It might help if we do this. And I click on go live. Sudden stream start. There we go.
Did you do it?
I did do it. It is now saying live.
Oh my god, Agent.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, man. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, alright? Dobbs
go on, you gotta do it again now.
Oh, man. Alright, well, we're gonna go back to the intro scene and I'm gonna make it a 5-minute start. I'm gonna make you all wait 5 minutes now.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And now we're back on the face scene.
I just want you to remember, like, I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, Dobbs has no idea what was going on. He didn't even know that I transitioned to the intro scene. He was talking to you guys as though you guys were paying attention.
I only have the chat open. I don't have the fucking stream window open.
Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Mongrel Squad Reactions and Rants. As you can tell, we're going around for a second run at it. And
that's how I feel.
Yeah, I forgot about all the stuff that we'd spoken about for like 3 or 4 minutes.
You mentioned that we just hit 8,000 subscribers, so want to reiterate
Did we? Yes, we hit 8,000 subs, I believe, over the weekend. I was asleep. I was asleep when it happened. That was the point that Dobbs and I were talking about.
He's always fucking asleep.
Yeah, well, that's
whenever something important or critical goes on, and we need his counsel or attention on something, I'll scream and be like, "Hey, Agens!" and he's fucked off sleeping, fucking snoring. He's like he's shaking the entire foundation of his fucking house with his snoring. It's crazy.
That's right. Rattling the windows. Yeah, so that's a thing. We hit 8,000 subs. It's pretty cool. We weren't sure if we were actually going to hit that before the end of the year, but seems like we had a bit of a surge recently. Slowing down a bit. Boba stopped watching Black Sails to watch this instead. That's alright. The best part about Black Sails is the series is finished, so you can pause it and come back to it later. This is live.
Yeah, you could pause this too.
Yeah, but it's not as good.
What?
Black Sails. Not as good as this.
Yes. Black Sails is a great show. And you wish, Agents, that you had the kind of budget that Black Sails had.
Yeah, fucking oath. It'd be pretty sick.
You wouldn't know.
We'd actually be able to make
all that money.
We'd be able to make some decent videos. We'd be able to get better paid actors that we can pirate.
Talva, why are you being weird in chat? Pay for some great cast. Is that a dig, Baron? Trying to insult Agens and I?
No, I'd hire actors. Pirate Tom Cruise, yeah. Get Tom Cruise playing Star Citizen. We'll go pirate him. That's just the entire budget gone. Jack. We can pay Jack. Jack, you just enjoy being pirated so much you don't even act.
I saw you getting pirated last night, Jack. It was interesting. Did you see that, Agents?
No, I saw the discussion on it, but I didn't have the time to watch the video. I was bloody editing a video myself.
It wasn't a video, Agents. It was more or less a clip.
Oh, alright. I might have a look at it later.
Just goes to show, turret gunners, critical.
No, bloody Dobbs, don't you understand? Turret gunners don't work.
Are you the one playing devil's advocate now? Because that's usually me.
No, I'm trying to channel my inner Care Bear, but it's not working.
Yeah, I see.
Steve Buscemi could play Dobbs in a Mongrel Squad movie. You'd have to get somebody that could do voices to do Dobbs. But it'd have to be an actor whose face you never see. Like, just in every scene that Dobbs ends up in, you never see his face.
I'd be okay with that. Faceless, shapeless thing.
Let's get this party started. Let's get the first reaction going. So the first reaction is an unlisted video, or it might be public now, I don't know. This one is from one of our members. It's a Mongrel Zap, Mongrel Piracy Zap compilation. So this one's for November.
Oh god, here we are reacting to our fucking echo chamber of content, Asians. Are you fucking ready? Yes. We're reacting to ourselves. Wow. So, great job voting for this, guys.
This compilation is of different, like, small clips that come from all the random shit that we do when we're playing Star Citizen. And, like, some of the footage may be stuff that comes from hits that we do, or just playing Star Citizen in general. And it doesn't normally make it into the piracy art videos because either it's not that the hit doesn't go right, but it's just like a boring hit. Like, a lot of hits that we've been getting lately have just been either combat logs or just like straight out destroying the ship.
Yeah, we're bringing you behind the proverbial curtain to show you what we don't show you on the main channel. This is your opportunity for the hate watchers out there to sort of sniff out, you know, content and be like, oh, this is what they do, but they don't show this on the YouTube channel. They don't do this. Like, this is perfect. This is where you get the dirt and you put it in your own compilation videos talking about how bad we are, and it's going to be great. Like, this is the perfect opportunity. You're going to love it. Because I'm going to do it too. I'm going to fucking, like, if I see a problem, I'm going to roast the shit out of people. It's going to be great.
All right, let's get this started. Because everybody keeps telling me that it's good, and I've kind of just saved myself for this. I want to watch it on stream. Mongrel leaks.
Oof.
That's a fucking yeah, that's a fucking interest right there.
Oh, the rail. The railgun. Okay.
The most disappointing thing about that railgun shot, though, is like there shouldn't be anything there. It should just be a fucking crater. And the most disappointing thing about it is that they won't add that.
How fucking big that thing is? Like, somebody must have stolen it, right? There's no way that was an NPC. There's no shot.
Look out! Alright, we got 6-9 Triple X site, beautiful girls here.
It's probably for Anta.
What should we say? Unwanted commercial content spam. I'd use it from channel.
About time, yeah. Way too much. There's way too much testosterone in here. Need more women. More females. Less.
Less men. All right. Let's keep this going.
What's this?
I can distract them if you want.
They are very close to us.
I have an idea where this is going to go already.
I don't think they're spotted off. I'm turning off the bike.
Oh no, Telva. Oh, Telva. No,
What the fuck?
Telva. No. Please. Telva.
The bike is sliding down the hill.
What are you doing? Oh, don't blow up, please. Telva, if you blow up, I'm gonna fucking go back to the guild and I'm gonna fucking roast you into oblivion.
The dragonfly drop is definitely the stealthiest way to get down though, because like ideally you jump out of.
Sponge.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Where?
That
Where?
might be space stack.
Tell me where, tell me where.
Nah, it should have been monkey.
Yeah, I see that.
Yep. I see
See the
something.
marker?
I see something. Jack Caterpillar, we got him!
Yeah, we got
Okay,
him.
so wait, I'm
Yes!
Should
on
be
it, I'm on it. It's not
monkey
getting,
neuron
it's not getting
activation,
away.
not
Not really.
dogs. Yes, and thus begins the 30-minute process. More or less, give or take. Oh, this is the best part.
Oh, it's full of
Yeah,
medical
50%.
supplies.
But the sun is in my face.
I don't see a life form on
Oh,
board.
this must have been during
Can someone
Ninetales.
confirm with a scan? I don't see a life form on board.
I can't find him on the server list.
First of all, that's a bad
He's not on the
move.
server
I think
anymore.
it is.
Was not
Oh,
expecting
thank you.
that.
Thank you, Benoit.
Look, I paused the video because I was going to point out, if you're looking over here, you'll notice that there's just the name of the ship, and that's normally the indicator that tells you that there's no pilot in the chair.
Wait, no, you're giving
Oh,
away
that
the
was good.
secrets, Agens! God damn it!
That was...
Disconnected.
Alright, let's get on the ship. Let's get on the ship. As soon as we EMP it, we can get on it.
As soon as we EMP it, we can get on it.
One eternity later.
Oh, yeah.
We need that music, like the carnival music. Like...
Yeah, it's Benny Hill.
Well,
Needs to be like
I'll
a
tell you
time lapse.
something.
Yeah, alright, there we go.
We're getting copyright claimed again.
You guys fucking ask for this. And if the channel gets fucking striked because of your fucking dumbass, Telva, I'm gonna fucking strangle you. After all the work that I've done for this fucking channel. Christ almighty. I can just feel the money leaving my wallet. Oh god, every second.
It's long.
And mind you guys, like, as long as we don't have a way to stop ships, this isn't going to be helped in 3.18 or beyond. It's just gonna be this. Thank you, Filthy Frank. Tell us, please. Thank you. Thank you very
It's
much.
stationary right now. I'm at 0 and kind
Yeah,
of
you
stopped.
bumped it enough to slow it down.
Yeah.
Kyle, go for it.
Nice. Don't bump it again.
Alex, what are you doing? Let Kyle get out.
Boop it to stop the momentum.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
ship.
Do it, coward.
Yeah, hold on, man.
It's gonna disappear.
We've been holding on for 45 minutes. Let him off.
I'm gonna die of boredom.
It's gonna disappear.
Just get out, Kyle. Just get out.
Come for a second.
Please disappear.
I got a hammerhead
Please
loading
disappear.
a rock on Schuben mining
No,
facility.
no, there he is. There he is. Is he gonna make it?
No, it's still going to. It's still going to disappear. What? What the fuck?
That was it.
There he is. He's moving. Moving. Go hot. Go hot. Go hot.
It's an M2. Oh, it's gonna be fucking bitch.
What the? He's fucking booking it. He's booking it big time.
Now we just.
I can't get the dampener on.
Soft killed it, right, Agens? Wink.
I got it on.
Dampener on.
What? No.
I'm too far away.
You're gonna black out. Good roll. Good roll.
I have him 2 seconds.
Come on.
He's damping.
He's gonna overshoot.
He's damping.
No. He's not gonna overshoot.
Yeah, there
His
we
rear
go.
shields are almost down, guys.
Oh, almost.
I lost him.
Still in range. Still in
Okay,
range.
okay. Good merge.
A few minutes later.
Yep. Freeze ready.
I fucking hate when targets do this.
Is he going back to the outpost?
No, he's just low flying in general.
He's turning.
Well, he's got no shields. No shields, and he's red.
How are you doing, too?
He's gonna crash.
2 charged.
He's gonna crash. He's not paying attention to the
I feel
ground.
like he's doing too well right now.
No, he has to be.
3, 2, 1.
EMP's going
Fire
in.
now.
Going to burst. They're gonna shut each other off.
Ooh.
What the fuck is that?
Went down.
Silver.
Alright. Seems to be going offline. Alright.
No, his shields
Prepare
are
the bowling ship.
And
That ship's not
Crash
gonna
to the ground. Prepare the
survive.
bowling ship.
No,
Oh,
it's
shit.
not.
Oh,
And you could hear
God,
everyone
was
just
so slow.
you know, at the same time.
Yeah, you can tell that they weren't gonna.
One charger.
Okay, let's talk.
No, I don't want to talk.
Shields down.
We're almost
I
there.
don't want to talk, Mr. Rough Riders.
Rear shield's still up, I'm seeing.
If they talk to him, I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking flip out.
Alright.
Bring it down.
He stopped.
Keep that distortion on him. Keep that distortion on him.
No.
All lethal.
Board it.
One ready.
Board it.
Yeah, freeze ready. 2's ready, sorry. 2.
Alright.
Freeze ready.
Alright, EMP's prepared to fire. 3, 2, 1, fire. Now.
Okay, got it.
Prepared to deal since cargo
shield
refractor
come
not
out.
in
Okay,
yet.
Amiro,
fuck
let's
you,
get
dude.
ready. Somebody open the back ramp. He's not moving.
You gotta keep
Gonna
watching.
board. Gonna kill him. I'm down. I'm gonna torch.
A few of his 9 shots later.
Thank you, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Dome's gonna go into Overwatch.
Alright, I received.
Okay.
Okay, so we got people, is the blue lined up to pick up our people?
He's a cheater.
And you do rock mining when
Oh, these types of
Getting
hits. Quite frankly, I don't miss these.
Where's his armor? Hold up.
Got a problem with this,
Isn't
Agents?
this fucking Aberdeen?
Get fucking dropped, boy.
The fucking.
I think this is the first stop.
Okay, so we're in this little gap
The
right in
first
front of me. I think we're
Walk up a bit more. You
Yeah,
still on
so
the door.
go right
Keep
here.
going. Keep going. There you go.
Alright. There you should be good, and I should be able to
Yep.
open the thing.
What are you doing here?
Get back in.
Why is how did old mate end up on
Alright.
Sure, that's a
the fuck?
This is what the fucking. This is what they do, Agents. You need to understand these things.
God. What the fuck are you guys doing?
Like they
Is this what
enjoy
happens when I'm not
fucking-
around?
No, this is what happens in the EU time zone. This is just.
I'm just-
This is just.
Yeah, but this is impressive
This is
though. Like
specific
they're
to
in
the EU time
atmosphere.
zone.
They're in
Yeah.
you know atmosphere above Lawville. Fucking, they should have fallen off the ship. Really, like this is like one of those times where like systems and star system don't fuck up on you, and something actually works.
Yeah, and the the NA time zone, we just curb stomp and board Drake cutters with like 7 people because we can. Funny.
It's a lot of shoots.
Oh shoot! I'm afraid I'm gonna get straight onto that ramp and off of it. Huh. Actually, no.
Walk slowly backwards.
Are you in that
Okay.
Well,
See?
well, no.
Oh no, you're inside the.
Yes.
You're inside the structure.
Yeah.
Well, of course it was Rusty. It only ever happens to Rusty. Oh, these. Can we please have better memes for Christ's sakes?
I just got back in my Mantis.
No. Those are NPCs.
Whoa! Telva.
Nova.
Telva.
Did I turn around?
What happened there?
Fucking Telva was driving the C2 and just smashed into fucking Kestrel.
Alright, Telva, I'll make you spin the wheel later. That's a cutty. Spinning out of control.
He's starting to spin more.
He's completely dead in the water.
I think he came back online.
Nope. Oh, slash.
Loaded.
That's what I love about doing piracy on the dark side of lunar or planetary surfaces, is that when they blow up, all you see is a small little flash. That's it.
There was a rock on board, if you want that.
Yep.
Yeah, I see the rock.
Well, there it is.
Nice.
I think we got.
And it's gonna What the? Why is there no resolution? Fuck.
Blue ball in your Dobbs.
Well, not just me.
Why?
You seem to be taking damage, but I'm not seeing where it's coming from. Target exploded.
And pop.
Alright, let's get in, boys.
Damage.
Let's take it.
Okay, move in.
That
Spotting ship,
pissed
move
me
in.
off.
Let's take some time to analyze what's happening. Telva is not
Analyze?
alone. The boarding ship is approaching. In this situation, Telva should attempt to board. Stay in his fucking ship. Roleplay with the target. Shove his tractor beam in his ass.
Yeah, like.
Okay, I was.
It's out of range of your tractor beam.
So when
you managed to snag it down
again?
Didn't you fucking EU guys?
Is he moving?
He's out of seat.
Jump down Green's back talking about the fucking EP should stay in their ship and shit. And like, now I see this shit. Are you kidding me?
Gaff, get down there.
Everybody in?
Tuck it down.
Don't
move. Don't back space. Just stay there. Do nothing.
Why are you talking to him? Just fucking kill him.
Take down, boys. We're gonna cycle the self-destruct.
Okay, boarding ship, move closer to the...
Self-destruct cycled.
Don't start talking to him here.
Just strip his shit.
He's
looting
suicide.
him. Loot him.
He's suicide.
I'm turning on.
Strip him. Throw him out the ship.
I got his shit inside the ship.
Okay, now throw him out the ship. Throw him out the ship.
Let's loot the rock.
Just throw him out the ship.
I'll do the loading. Just to protect the ship for the moment.
Okay, so everybody else is close escort. Eyes out.
I can't tell. He's engaging me.
Okay, fuck this. Everybody get the Regalia.
Everybody go for moving. He's got nothing on board.
Yeah, fuck the.
Oh god, fucking dead.
Wow.
Telva, your nose facing down, yes?
Yeah,
that shit's resilient.
I'm coming.
Oh, holy shit.
Next time you have like really spicy food and it burns your ass, like try put your toilet paper in the fridge the day before. I'm telling you, you will come back to me.
Typical
Holy
salamander
shit, salamander 3022 IQ.
I think you broke Telva.
They survived?
They were not.
Oh god, I remember that. I remember this.
They were not in armistice.
What?
You see what they didn't show you is that this was an easy board on the in the armistice in the hangar. Just walked onto the ship. Wasn't an actual suppression and boarding.
Alright, I'm about to jump.
They didn't do it the hard way. They did it the easy way.
He's on the left, Calvin. It's all light, it's all light.
Blood for the blood!
Somebody almost got axed there.
Blood, God.
Yeah.
I can just imagine this person just going, "What the fuck is going on?" We got task force on this too. Yes.
You're gonna blow up Telva.
Fucking move.
Whoa, get wrecked!
That's actually gonna feature in the told you, man. Next fucking piracy ups video that I'm working on.
Oh, hazard drop.
Wow, fucking spoilers.
Shields are off.
My point of view is better.
Alright. I know when you all are ready.
Let me turn
We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 people here. Are we waiting on anybody else?
I think we're good.
Who is trying to board my Starfarer?
Alright, we're good.
What the fuck is going on?
Alright, opening in 3,
I don't
2,
know, man.
1. Open.
That was quick, Jesus.
Opening fire.
That was cool.
Let's get those shields down sharpish. EMP start charging.
That's cool.
I love piracy hits on my tech.
Stay on him, don't let him get back to that green zone.
I could tell by the ugly silhouette.
EMP 1 move in.
Copy. Half, 50% charged.
Why are you still firing at the thing?
Whoa.
Shields down. You just need to...
That was massive desync. That was massive desync.
Darkest is down.
One firing.
Clean up the comms, clean up comms.
One is fired. 2.
Who is firing?
A few moments later.
We still got a 3.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's hit the dick.
Yes, face plant.
He's gonna
One is
land
ready.
face down.
No, he's good, he's good.
Oh, that's
Alright, he's ramped down, goes on the deck, please. EMPs, knock him down again as soon as you can.
2, 3,
He's
you
off.
ready?
Yeah, 2 is ready.
Alright, come on.
Tell me all set.
Get to
I'm
dispatch.
set.
Be a nice and easy board now.
Go, boarding team, go.
First off.
Right behind you, Talbot.
Yep,
Come on,
EMP
off.
0. Please hold.
Remember, low gravity. No gravity, or more
I'm
gravity.
inside.
Seems to be still in
There's vehicles.
Sorry, on the ramp.
Oh, that's a good prize.
I have no party mark.
Like
There's
this
a lot of
fucking
vehicles on
cyclone.
here. Talbot, watch yourself, I'm just behind you.
Yeah, I'm going for the pilot seat.
I'm strapped in the main
Oh,
room.
so goodness gracious.
Legbert, get back.
Coming up.
Corners?
Not checking your corners.
Oh my
Pilot
god.
down.
I'll do that, checking
kill him.
comms.
I killed him now, I need to access the seat.
Just us on board.
Cycled. We have the ship. We have command of the ship.
2 mongrels
Beautiful.
on board, no hostiles.
Much later.
You don't know that.
Yeah, Telver, I think those coolers are completely fucked.
Yeah, it's... Like, what's
Yeah, I think I did get a
the...
couple of good hits.
Yeah, but I don't even have him with the flashing, like, they just don't turn on.
Fully cycle power off him.
Nah, I tried everything.
Alright. We know there's nothing on it. He's not answering the call. Let's abandon that and move off for the cat instead.
Right.
What was the power plant?
Self-destructing. Oh, it's back online. It's back online. It's back online.
Nope. Alright.
Are you self-destructing, Telver?
No, not yet. Well, not if you don't.
Okay, please don't. Because blue.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, so let's get it into dead space and take it that way.
Okay, I'm back.
I'd rather not get a crime start at this point. So blue and the prize ship will move into dead space. So if you want to jump and we'll follow you. Forber, can you take command here and see if you can take that cat out?
Don't tell me he's gonna take the fucking course.
Okay, I'm taking off the Corsair.
Received, I'll escort you up.
Here, dude, take that
I
fucking
think you
mule on
might
the
be
cyclone.
Nah, you're probably
prize.
fucked, dude. You're missing a wing, I think, on your left.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Trust of fluctuation.
Yeah.
If she's not going to go anywhere, don't worry about it. Just abandon her. We'll leave her be. Move on.
Trust of fluctuation.
The rest of the group is.
Oh shit!
Oh!
Right?
Well.
What the fuck happened there?
This sucks.
Here we go. For those that missed it, that NPC said that it sucks.
Didn't they sell this?
Oh,
no, what the
bro.
fuck, man?
Oh, tell.
You're kidding me!
God. You're on the bottom already?
Oh no.
Yeah, she's up.
Oh, I was here for this.
Get onto the ship.
I was here
Get
for
onto
this.
the ship.
Oh shit, I'm dead.
Oh my god.
I remember what happened here. You know, for the first simulation, everyone was in the same party, so everyone had each other's wall hacks. It was great. Great stuff.
No, but I mean, like, even just that landing was terrible. Like, you had the entire fucking the height that you could use.
Feet first, everybody. Feet first, everybody. Come on now.
You clipped your feet on the bloody lip there. You just aim for the center. That's what happens when you panic in a fight. Right, we're almost done.
Two ready.
One is ready.
Oh god.
That's going to explode.
Yeah, that's too much.
We're coming in.
Oh, that heat.
We're ready.
EMPs prepare to fire. 3, 2, 1, fire
Wow,
now.
look at him. He's barrel rolling. Oh, he's gonna smash into you. He's gonna smash into
shit,
you.
he's gonna
oh my
ram me.
god.
Down.
Oh my god.
Oh, what?
No way.
Is there a bomb?
Oh, there's Conjar's fucking spray bottle.
Oh, what was that? Oh my god.
Just hear the demon's voice going. I know. It's great.
Alright, Marines are off of your ship. Thank you for cooperation.
I remember
Mongrel
this.
Squad sends a I can't even fucking talk. You know who the fuck we are.
Hello and welcome to yet another Grumpy's recap facility.
God, no, stop it, Agent. Stop.
Why did it go straight to the next fucking video? It shouldn't even be going to this one yet. I didn't say play.
No.
Hello and welcome to yet another.
This is why we have outros, man. What the fuck did you? Why did you do that?
That was not me, thank you very much, Mr. Fucking criticize everyone for everything that they do wrong. But it auto-played straight onto the next one.
The biggest fucking wet blanket that I've ever met in my life.
That's right.
Criticizing Jesus Christ.
As you can see, that's going to be the next one. But we're going to go over to Facecam.
Oh my god.
Yes, we got trolled by Grumpy Eye.
Oh.
All right. Thank you very much for that compilation, Delva. It was quite good.
Oh, man.
And we won't be skipping that one. It's just coming later. You guys voted for it, so it's going to happen.
Yeah, you fucking assholes. And by the way, just be clear, for those that are watching, right? Okay, here's the thing. You guys voted for this, and the thing of it is, you guys can exit out of this tab or quit the stream at any point throughout that video. Okay, we don't have that luxury.
You do. You can you can pretend that you watched it and just listen to me stop and rant for ages.
That's true, but at the same time, you guys did this, right? It's you, the members of this org that did you. I'm looking at you.
Oh man, no, I appreciate that compilation there, Telva. It was good. It was definitely insightful. Some of the shit that we experience is insane in this game. and you'll see other people that do their stuff. We experience all the same shit that everybody else does. So when you see our piracy op videos and it looks like everything, you know, is going great and it's nice and all that, we actually cut out shit that is irrelevant to the hit. And sometimes it'll be like, you know, fucking somebody just randomly crashes, or, you know, like random shit just happens. And we're like, all right, well, it's funny. It doesn't belong in the hit because it doesn't contribute to the story of the hit, other than, you know, fucking random Star Citizen thing happened. And yeah, Telva's going to be doing another Zap, so for next month, so there'll be one for December. It'll be interesting. I think there's already a few things that'll be showing up there.
Ha 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 ha! And I can't wait to fucking laugh at it again. It'll be fucking.
Dobbs is upset. You alright, Dobbs?
No. No, you've thrown a wet blanket on everything. Like one of the things that's so strange about our friendship is that dynamic, whatever you fuck you want to call it, is that whenever I'm the wet blanket, you're the optimist, and whenever I'm the optimist, you're the wet blanket. It is not, you're never on the same page about fucking anything. Ever.
Yeah, I know, but it helps balance us out. It balances the dynamic.
You know, fucking.
We don't end up in this bullshit echo chamber where we're just fucking just sitting there in a circle jerk, going at it. It's good.
Oh, God.
It stops us from turning into those orgs that sit in their discords talking about how great they are.
We do that already. Have you seen fucking org chat recently? Like fucking Velling, we were talking about the video from another org. We were also talking about
fucking. It all happens when I'm asleep, and there's like 300 messages deep, and I'm just like, I can't be bothered anymore. If there's a problem, somebody's going to message me.
Pedestals. I bet you guys think we're fucking unstoppable, and we're not. Okay, just gonna fucking. That is a mighty tough pill to swallow, but swallow it you most certainly will.
Yeah, Referendum, that's normally just in one channel. There's lots of discussions that happen. We're a very active organization. So, let us know if you guys enjoyed that Zap compilation. Obviously, Telva's going to be doing another one for next month, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's keep this ball rolling. We're gonna move. I'm gonna just stop recording here for a second.
Slapping my
and then I'm going to start recording again, because we're going to move on to the next bit of content that we're going to be reacting to. Now this one...
Oh god, wait, are you doing the whole... Are you going to be cutting this shit up into multiple sections to post as videos? What's gonna happen to my beautiful video library that has amazing fucking thumbnails, and you're just going
my face is gonna be on there with like 10 different, you know, reaction videos.
I know. Fucking
pretty much record a 3-hour stream per week, and I'm gonna cut it down into 10-minute segments, and there's gonna be like 10 videos with, you know, 10 different thumbnails with my face plastered all over it.
Yeah, and here you are talking about Mongrel Squad is the brand. I am not the brand. And, you know, and here you are with fucking 10 different thumbnails with,
I am Mongrel Squad.
With your fucking face on it.
It doesn't matter if everybody else leaves. If everybody else left Mongrel Squad and I'm still here, it's okay, because Mongrel Squad still exists. It won't be as good as what it was, but it will still exist.
Oh, fuck off, Agens.
I'm surprised you guys still haven't put one of those videos up. Put one of those one of my old bloody streaming videos up. Although they're too fucking long, really, so I'm glad you guys have it. Alright. So I've posted the link to the Spectrum post that we're going to be reacting to in chat there. Dobbs, I'll throw it into fucking old comms for you if you haven't got it already.
I got it here. No,
You already got it? Well, I'm posting it there anyway. Alright. So let's change over to... Hold up. Oh, my windows are getting fucked around again. Let's change over to this scene, and we should be on this one, and I'll be maximizing the wrong fucking window. There we go. Learn the role of being a pirate, not a griefer. He did not. When this person first posted this, they spelt role wrong. They have edited this. I'm disappointed. Alright, do we have the narrator available to narrate this?
Yeah, sure. He was too busy doing the fucking text to speech in Telpa's video, apparently.
Didn't seem to do a good
go
job.
Out of my way to. He sounded quite strange there. So yeah, whatever.
So we have a post by Parallels with the title, Learn the Role of Being a Pirate, Not a Griefer. He continues, I just wanted to hit on this subject being a long-time gamer since the 1970s, when game systems like the Atari and Commando 64 were first introduced to the public. I have played them.
It's Commodore 64. Morgan.
Ah, yes, I see no. I have played them all up to the present date. I have a full understanding between people like the people that like to just grief others during gameplay for no apparent reason other than to disrupt their fun time, and people that actually work hard to play parts in games, like being a pirate in Star Citizen. I also totally understand that this game has a PvP aspect to it, and I think the concept of that is fantastic. But many who play do not in any way understand the difference between playing the role of a pirate and the difference of just being a complete noob and randomly going around and shooting people's freighters and or mining ship down for fun and thinking they are being a pirate. They are not playing the role of a pirate in Star Citizen. They are just being idiots and disrupting the gameplay for others. Pirates in the day didn't sail their flagships around for the sole purpose of looking for other flagships just to sink them. They had strategy and a goal, which was to subdue the ship and plunder the resources and treasure.
I'm just going to stop you there.
Say, hey.
Sorry. Just want to go back over a couple of points here.
Jesus Christ, man. Like, you can't interrupt his fucking flow like that.
Yeah, I can, because it's a reaction.
Whatever,
so,
dude.
like, old mate has a full understanding between, you know, people that like to grief for no apparent reason other than to disrupt their fun time. Well, it's pretty apparent if their reason is to disrupt their fun time. Like, they have an apparent reason if that's the case. And then people that actually work hard to play the parts of the game, like being a pirate and Star Citizen. Here's the thing though, is that you don't know the intent of the other person. Like, they go on to talk about, you know, shooting people's freighters or mining ships down for fun and thinking they're being a pirate. Unless they're telling you that they're being a pirate, you're not actually going to know.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
that could just be their role. Like, they could be acting as security for an area and just their orders are destroy any ship that comes into our territory because we're defending our resources.
Now we have to fucking wave a flag around that says, hey, we're pirates. We're doing piracy, guys. Watch out.
Yeah, parlay. Just scream out parlay every time you come across someone.
Fucking parlay. Oh, God. I hate these people, man. Oh, God.
Here's the thing, though, is like, you can already tell the mentality that this person is taking towards essentially people that play the game differently to this person, because they're calling, you know, like, the role of a pirate and being a complete noob and just randomly going around and shooting people. Like, they don't equate. They're essentially trying to punch down on anybody that, you know, goes around shooting other people's freighters or mining ships for fun, which, you know, the game allows you to do.
I mean, I'm a pirate and I shoot ships down for fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you want from me, man. I board ships and I kill people for fun, and I'm still a pirate.
Playing the role of a pirate, they're not playing the role of a pirate and stuff. Says, how do you know that? They're just being idiots and disrupting the gameplay of others. Piracy is a disruptive profession.
It's because they have their own internal definition, like fucking everybody that has their own personal definition of how piracy wants to be. And if anyone is doing piracy that deviates from their fucking personal belief of how it's supposed to go, they whack their finger and say, you're not doing piracy, you're griefing. And it's like, it's like, dude, seriously. Like, it's a lot more open than you fucking think it is. It doesn't fit these exact fucking parameters or fucking code that you subscribe to, dude. Like, it's so weird.
I believe I stopped the narrator on this third paragraph, but I wanted to just point out that there was a reason why ships just weren't sunk. The ocean's pretty fucking deep.
Yeah.
So if you sunk the ship, everything that was of value would end up on the bottom of the ocean, which is not where you want it to be. Some of it may float,
or
you'll get less.
Or even if it does float, fucking some of the resources would just be ruined.
Yeah. So
just by sheer exposure to water.
Yeah, they're working within the, you know, parameters that they had, just like we've been doing in Star Citizen, where we've been doing extortion and ransom-based piracy. Like, that's the most profitable method of being able to engage in piracy gameplay. People who are sitting there going, oh, it's not piracy, where? It's like, no, it is piracy. It's just a method of piracy. It's a method of gaining credits from the encounter. We don't have cargo refactor. That's coming next patch. We haven't had that for years. So how do we pull value out of this other than, you know, going around destroying other ships? Well, you can threaten them. Say, if you don't pay me credits, I will destroy you. Or, you know, take their stuff from them and go, pay me X amount of credits and I'll give it back to you. And that's ransoming their stuff to them. When we got the Rock, that was the first instance where we could actually, you know, steal stuff from players that had a lot of value to it. You know, we could go into their cargo. We didn't need their, you know, permission or anything like that.
That was the first instance of extortion going out the table. Think about it like this. Like, we were extorting players for fucking years, and then the moment the Rock came out, and the moment that we realized that we could just take this shit, guess how our fucking piracy ops went against rock miners? We don't fucking talk to those people anymore. Fucking no one does. Or almost no one does. Since you could just fucking go in there, you can kill the guy, and then you can fucking take all of it anyways. So what's the fucking point of talking to them and asking for a fucking ransom and shit? It's like stupid. Fucking stupid. And like, you best believe, like, as soon as we get cargo refactor, that same shit's gonna fucking apply.
Like, the method of engaging in piracy will be dependent on the circumstances that you find yourself in and the parameters that you're limited by. So these guys weren't fucking, you know, like going around subduing the ship and plundering it, instead of just blowing it to fucking Kingdom Come because they were good guys. They were working within the parameters that would maximize their profit margins. That was it. You know, bloody, so the branding of, you know, piracy really came about because they were like, all right, how do we maximize profit from this encounter? As opposed to, we're going to steal from these guys, but we don't want to be complete assholes to them, so, you know, like, we'll give them a chance. No, like, they're just like, fucking, we want your stuff. We don't need to kill you for it, but we will if we have to. You know, like, you can either survive the encounter or not.
Jag, you get out of here with that kind of speech.
Maybe tea and cake? Maybe tea and cake.
Tea and cake. Tea. I fucking...
But yeah, there's a point that's being brought up in chat, you know, like, old mate being, you know, playing games from the 1970s, and it's like, who gives a fuck? Like, what the fuck does that have to do with this? You think that your age makes, you know, qualifies you to have a more qualified opinion on the behavior of players?
Yes, it does, because they've been around here longer. They've seen some shit, agents, and now as a result they have an authority. It's similar to like us, agents. We've been doing piracy gameplay longer than just about everyone else. So as a result, we have more of an authority on the gameplay, right, agents?
Well, we can prove it though. You see the like, old mate's just saying that he's been playing games in the fucking 1970s. Fucking, like, that doesn't mean shit. You could say that all you want. Like, fucking people, we've got hundreds of pirate orgs that sit there and go, yeah, we're pirates. You should listen to us. And like, why? Have you done piracy in this game yet? Well, no, it's not in yet. Well, fuck off. Got fucking, you know, 200 plus videos on this channel of us doing piracy.
Speaking of which, why don't you subscribe to the YouTube channel? Perhaps we can make 9K by Christmas. Thoughts on that? I think that'd be a great Christmas present.
9K would be quite good.
It's only 1,000 people, or what is it? Yeah, it's only about 1,000 people. Come on, like, it's no big deal, right? No big deal. I'm pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure between the 68 of us here, we all know 1,000 people respectively. Send it out. Be like, hey, there's a YouTube channel, friends of mine, trying to, you know, trying to help them grow. Just be like, hey, let's drop a sub, leave a like on the video, have a comment.
Yeah, like, take a qualification over fucking somebody's age.
Jack, what's your sub count now? I'm actually curious. I'm pretty sure last time I saw it, it was at like 8. I could, yeah, actually.
Yeah,
pretty sure I am subscribed. Yes, I am.
I know a lot of old people that are quite dumb. They'll be experiencing
8.5. We're coming for you, Jack. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Dobbs is competitive in that way when it comes to numbers.
Yeah, it's alright.
But yeah, like, old mate's age doesn't fucking come across as qualification enough for me to take their opinion on this subject seriously enough. But we should probably get the narrator back up and back in here now, and he's probably a bit upset that I'm interrupting him, but there were points
Chaos
I wanted to
Squad,
talk
Dirty!
about.
Agents, don't be rude. Say hi to fucking Dirty.
Dirty! How's it going, man? Exactly. Like, there is a time and circumstance for when you would want to do extortion.
Fucking that's how I feel about it.
Well, if you want to do piracy in fucking areas like Terra, for example, the less...
Listen, I understand I understand how it can be viable, but right now I am just so sick of doing it, and just like just fucking enough. I don't care. I just want to fucking.
Dobbs has been hurt.
I'm so sick of it.
Dobbs has been hurt too many times by all the people that we've tried pirating, and they wouldn't talk to him, so he's upset.
It's just fucking boring. It's so boring. God.
It could be fun if they actually engaged in it, but you know, the only button combinations that they know at the moment is like Alt and F4.
This ain't no protection racket. Yeah, true.
Anyway, let's get the narrator in here and let's continue on. I think we can get them to finish and then go back over. By the way, I did Picard palm this already.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Mr. Parallels continues. They didn't just say, hey, look, another ship, and then fire upon it and sink it. That would be sheer stupidity. So this has happened me many times now, and others I know have experienced this also, where a player just shows up for no apparent reason other than to shot your ship down and they never asked for anything. It's just guns ablaze. It takes time and skill to be a successful pirate in this game, and I have not met one yet. And also, this is a partial note as the narrator. This person has no idea, has no notion of the concept of a comma, and it's pissing me off. Anyways, he continues. This type of gameplay in this game, anyways, is completely ignorant, unnecessary. There is nothing gained, and most of all, they do not have the intellect to be a pirate and randomly killing other player for no other reason than to kill them and disrupt their gameplay is not being a pirate. They tell you they are playing the part of a pirate, but for all intensive purpose, they are nothing more than a griefer regardless of the fact. They will continuously state they are a pirate. We don't need griefers in Star Citizen. The penalties should be more strict so players actually have to learn to be pirates and stop this type of gameplay, or pay a higher price for their actions. This is the type of gameplay I would expect from a 10-year-old child playing Call of Duty. If you want to play a game where you are just senselessly kill people, go play Call of Duty or some other shooter game. Otherwise, actually learn what a pirate is and the pirate's role. Learn the skills and be a successful pirate, not a total jerk.
Thank you, narrator. And by the way, is it all intensive purposes or is it all intents and purposes? Really, like, I'm actually genuinely curious. I'm pretty sure it's all intents and purposes, but someone
it is exactly that. But for all intents and purposes,
fucking weird, man. Like, I was so angry reading that at some points.
It's got 32 upvotes. I'm going to link this again to you guys. Feel free if you have not yet. It's gone up to 30. If you have not fucking Picard palmed this, there it is there. Feel free to bloody Picard palm it. Brigade assemble. No. Read through it. You know, express your opinion. I'll baby bottle this too. This is pretty much what, 5 paragraphs of this guy saying that randomly killing people, like just killing other players, is not being a pirate. And he says it in each paragraph a different way, but it's the same thing over and over again.
This is so bizarre. It's just so bizarre. Oh, look at the comment. Look at the top comment, agents, please. Take a look at this. Mr. Grindal. Mr. Grindal says, I would go a step further and say a true pirate should use the mafia as a model for their business. That's it, guys. This is a wrap. We're a fucking mafia org now.
If they're doing that, they're not fucking pirates. They're mobsters at that point. They're not doing piracy. They're mobsters.
When I make him an offer he can't refuse.
God. Is that Marlon Brando?
Mobster Squad, yeah. That's a good one. Fucking Mobster Squad. Honestly, name of your next pirate org. By the way, hey, Space Dude, trademark that shit. Somebody in this chat's gonna fucking do it.
Yep. Nobody's gonna pay a pirate without some guarantee that they will reach their destination safely. Fucking, when you accept protection money, you need to actually protect the target. No, that's not how it works in protection rackets. They'll only protect you whilst you're in their territory, and the protection is really just from them. Whenever they go and deal with somebody that's attacking, you know, fucking their marks on their territory, whenever they're going to deal with them, they're not doing it as a favor for their marks. They're doing it to get rid of their competition. Yeah, this is like 5 paragraphs of the guy saying randomly killing people is not piracy.
Yes, it is. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna find. I'm literally. What's that thing you say, Agens? 2 words.
No, I'm not with you at the moment. I'm not thinking of those 2 words.
It's legitimate salvage.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Please tell me I don't need to explain further.
This person, yeah, like fucking 318. They're just gonna be like, fucking griefer, and I'm like, no, I'm just, you know, setting my mate up to do salvaging.
Listen, yeah, I'm gonna fucking get my vulture. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna come back in my vulture, play some fucking music, and just start fucking salvaging your ship. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna make tons of fucking money. It's gonna be awesome.
Soft kill your ship. We're gonna soft kill the ship so that you're still alive watching this happen.
You hear this music? It's through the noise. It's through the noise gate. It's through Gilded. It probably sounds awful on your end, but I hear it perfectly fine, and that's all that matters. Oh, it's great. Anyways.
Yeah, Dobbs is going to do a river stream soon, guys. That will be the music playing. This is something, whenever I see this argument now, I just switch off. Like, this person immediately, as soon as they start going, oh, you're playing like a fucking Call of Duty kid, it's like, fucking, you're an idiot. You're literally an idiot.
Like when I read that, like this type of gameplay I would expect from a 10-year-old playing Call of Duty, like, are you talking about his son?
Grandson. He's from the 70s.
His grandson?
It'd be his grandson now. He played games in the 70s.
Listen, we gotta reel it in. We cannot be making fun of people's age. That's insensitive.
That is true. Age is irrelevant in this fucking case anyway. But the argument, you know, accusing people who go around killing others as being fucking kids that play Call of Duty, it's like, I just switch off from any points that they want to make now. It's like, that is literally all you've got to go off.
You gotta think Chris Roberts, he sits down in his nice bougie chair in front of his $10,000 PC setup with his persistent cup of coffee. He looks at Spectrum, he reads this, and he throws his head back and gives himself whiplash while he's fucking laughing maniacally, looking at this kind of thing. It's crazy. That's at least how I like to imagine it.
Was his grandson that griefed him, Space Dude? Wait, thank you very much, We'll be back.
Hope this helps with monetization.
We really appreciate that.
yeah. And see, now you've just turned my ire back to fucking Telva. Where is he? Is he online? I want to fucking find his ass.
He's probably around here somewhere. Oh god. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that.
Let's get some claps in chat. Claps in chat for you, boy. Did the alert show up?
Yeah, it did. It did. Oh. It showed up. You probably missed it.
Like, listen, hey, I'm still firm in my stance that we need the mobile glass somewhere as an alert.
I can make something happen.
I'm saying,
we won't hear it.
I want to see it. The chat,
we won't hear it here.
The chat wants to see it. Like, dude, like, look at the chat. Look at their faces. Seriously, I want to see it.
Well, Zarek, yes, he does compare it to maritime piracy, and they did have self-destruct back then. It just meant setting the ship on fire. So it wasn't a quick thing. There's Telva. Space Dude, thank you.
Space Dude with the fucking $5, dude. Thanks for the fucking $5, dude. Fucking high five, dude. All right, let's fucking get it.
They didn't respawn. They may survive though if they wash ashore. Like, I always laugh when people bring up that argument though about, you know, the age of sail, piracy in the age of sail meant that, you know, bloody fucking they talked and all that sort of stuff, and it's like, you know, as I pointed out earlier, it was a means to an end.
Hey guys, listen, if you want to go fast, you have to raise the gallons, okay? That's what I learned when my one time that I went boating as a child. How to raise the fucking 2 gallons, I guess. Excuse me.
There'll be copyright claims on certain parts of the video. They're dirty. Because this stream is monetized.
It is monetized. And thank you all for your super chat so far.
Yeah, Benny Hill music will definitely get fucking hit with copyright.
Oh yeah, the Benny Hill. I'm scared, agents. I'm fucking scared.
I'll just
oh god, I'm scared. No, you. Do I have to remind you? I have to like send you like 50 DMs at a certain time when you're away.
No, there's notifications that show up in the studio, in YouTube studio, that tells me to get rid of that shit. Like, this is just another post. Just going back to this fucking Spectrum post, because it's just another Spectrum post by a fucking Care Bear being upset that they got killed. I'm a little bit disappointed at the Picard palms, but that's okay. It should still be way more than that. But, yeah, like, this is just par for the course, really. It's just Care Bear fucking complaining on Spectrum and going, these people aren't pirating the way that I like. Well, Blake,
thank you to Mr. Parallels for this very inspiring and informative Spectrum post, and I hope you can sense the sarcasm in by the tone of my voice. Oh man, what a read. What a read.
There is something that
we're all playing.
One last point that I want to make out of this. Piracy is a disruptive gameplay type. It is intentionally disruptive. It's the way that it works. So to say that they're not playing the role of a pirate and they're just being idiots and disrupting the gameplay of others. Jack! Thank you very much.
Mongrel Squad beat me up and stole my dollar, true.
But he gave us 2. So he paid us extra because he liked it.
Oh, it was so bizarre, man.
Thank you very much for the, is that a sticker or a super chat?
I sound like I want to throw up. Yeah, that's true. It's because it's in the morning and my voice is usually pretty groggy, so I usually have to spend time clearing it.
Actually a good point, Jack. I keep forgetting that YouTube does take some of the money that we get. Not as much as Twitch though, fucking hell.
Yeah, heck Twitch, right guys? We're on the better platform.
Yeah, piracy is a disruptive gameplay type, and fucking, I don't know what people expect, you know, when they sit there and accuse us of disrupting their gameplay. It's like, yeah, no shit. It's what we're supposed to do. It's how it works. Hey, is that a sticker? Super chatted. But he super chatted a hot dog. Thank you very much, Death Factor.
Fucking love hot dogs.
Actually hungry now.
Ages, when was the last time you had a hot dog?
About a week ago, I think.
You like hot dogs? Listen. You need to head to Boston, because let me tell you, you need to go to a fucking Red Sox game and get a fucking Fenway Frank. Those motherfuckers are some of the best. Yes, they are some of the best fucking hot dogs. And for those in the U.S. that are watching the stream, if you've ever been to Boston, you ever been to a fucking Red Sox game, have one of them things. They are fucking delish. Let me just tell you that. Oh, I fucking love me some Fenway Franks. Yeah, fucking hot dogs. Yeah.
I think we're done with this Spectrum post, to be honest. Like, there's only so much that we can riff on it for.
I don't want to be done.
No,
I don't want to move on.
We're done. It's
no,
like
I don't
5.
Want to move on.
Well, Dobbs, we have to move on.
I want to.
All right.
Yeah,
but
have to. I don't want to watch the next thing.
Look, you know, it's the people voted for it. All right, the org voted on it, and they wanted it. They want us to react to it. Dobbs has a really punchable voice, apparently.
Yeah, come here, man. Let's talk about it.
Anyway, let's get the next one lined up.
I'm not wearing pants right
democracy.
Now.
Should you be wearing pants? Do you want to wear pants for this?
Should I be wearing pants for this, or do I have to keep the pants off? I really don't know. Help me out, chap.
What is going? I fucking am really getting sick of Sync Tube's bloody controls. I really am. Because I was just trying to get this to start from 0. It's already 6 seconds in, and it's not going to be able to go fucking back unless I start the video and then let it play for a second and then drag the thing back and then start it all from the start again. You're being told to slap those thighs, Dobbs.
Fucking, here we go.
And then somebody else, Dr. Marsbar MD, is telling you to take off your pants and put them over your head.
I don't have any near me right now, but
yeah.
They're all on the fucking hamper, like on the other side of the room.
Anyway, the next video that we're reacting to, as as you have already guessed, it's also in the description, so it shouldn't be a fucking surprise, is a video by Grumpy Eye. Pyro and server meshing are delayed again. Now, I believe it was the first episode where I actually started reacting to other stuff and not the Morphologist React. Where I said that I didn't really want to be reacting to Grumpy Eye's videos. Because a lot of his stuff is just focused on bloody pessimistic, bloody negative, bloody... I'd say hype train, but it's like the opposite of that. It's still a train, it's just shitting on everything that CIG does.
It's a nopium train, and you know what? Quite a lot of people in this organization who have that same energy may end up liking his videos. You guys share that same energy. A lot of you nopium fanatics in the org. It's great. Anta, I know Anta's been on that recently, so yeah, actually, you may actually enjoy this. People love jumping on that train. It's fucking great.
So, yeah, like, I haven't watched this video yet. I normally don't watch Grumpy Eye stuff because I tried in the past and it would just reminded me of just somebody just complaining. It was like fucking a video form of bloody Star Citizen refunds. And I'm just like, I have no interest in watching this sort of stuff because regardless of the points that they bring up, it's not that there are counterpoints to it. It's like a lot of them are just like, no shit. No shit, Sherlock. Yeah, like we know. CIG knows. This isn't a secret. You're not saying anything that, you know, other people don't know about. So, as I said before, we're going to go over the game scene, or just the browser scene here. And it's about Pyro server meshing are delayed again. And apparently this is surprising. So I'm going to hit play, then I'm going to try and scrub back to the start. It's probably not going to matter, but I want to try and do it anyway.
A little, be here.
Hello and welcome to yet another Grump.
Hey, it worked.
Glomming onto your comment about Pyro and how you're not working on Pyro right now.
And this was my initial reaction during the stream. Wait, they actually said that they're not working on Pyro? Fucking amazing.
Server meshing needs prerequisites like persistent entity streaming.
Also, modularity. The same people that are supposed to work on modularity are working on server meshing. And server meshing is not being worked on because they're working on PES. And PES was not being worked on for 11 years because we had iCache, Pcache, and all of that shit. So it's all logical, guys. Like, just buy an interest, and it's all good. You're gonna get a game at one point, maybe.
Game development.
Sorry, Jared, but how many things did we get in the past fucking year? We got a patch. So fucking, what is this shit?
Yeah, they said that they were going to do one patch, maybe two if they could get 3.18 out. They said that at the fucking start of the year.
And the letter from the chairman also. They said they're changing their release cadence. And what was it? It was either one of the roadmap roundups or This Week in Star Citizen post that they said that they're changing their release cadence again because
thank you very much, Pro Finger Sniffer. Did this alert show up? I haven't seen. There it is. Sorry, Dobbs. Thank you very much for the super chat, man. Brain damage recovery after reading that mind-numbing Spectrum post, man. Fucking, I read a lot of Spectrum. I'm too far gone, but really appreciate it, mate.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Pro Finger Sniffer. One of my favorite videos of yours is when you boarded that prospector on the pad. It was actually pretty clever.
Yeah, I just like the name. All right. Actually, I should probably mute the stream music so that we can keep listening to this.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
There is one other point that I wanted to bring up. Like, he's criticizing that the different, essentially, iterations of systems that CIG has had to go through and where we're up to now with persistent entity streaming. That's like, Yes, that's right. Like, they have plans and they change. That's how software development works. You have an idea of how you're going to try and achieve something, and then when you start building it, and you've got your prototype, and you're sitting there going, all right, sweet, I'm going to make it do the thing that I want, and it fucking doesn't, you come up with a new plan on how to solve the problem. Because if the thing that you built doesn't solve the problem that you have, then you still got to build a new piece of tech to fucking solve that problem. The problem doesn't go away. So when you see these iterations of systems and CIGs going, oh yeah, we're doing this new thing, we're doing this next thing, it's like they tried the previous thing, it didn't quite work out for them, now they're iterating on the problem that they're trying to solve. So they're iterating on their solution. That's the correct terminology.
It's one of those things as well. It's like when talking about persistent entity streaming and, you know, the amount of quote content that we've been getting this year. It's like, really don't understand what people were expecting this year for content when they explicitly said that the focus is to get things like persistent entity streaming and server meshing out the door. Like, that right now is quite literally the biggest thing on the list, and it's going to require, well, apart from Squadron 42, obviously, but it's going to require a lot more people and resources to achieve exactly what they want. And, you know, like I went into this year fully expecting that like shit's going to change, shit's going to get delayed because of this monumental piece of technology that they're working with, which is this entire persistent database, which I'll be honest, it's also, you know, persistent entity streaming is also more of a beast than fucking server meshing is, because the whole concept and implementation of server meshing, it's not new. Everybody knows this. You know, it's like, it's the whole persistent database which has been the biggest challenge for them. So it's no surprise to me that it's taken so long to fucking figure out.
Yes, Blake, a lot of people do find value in what Grumpy Eye talks about. Sorry, Dobbs.
Yeah. And not to mention, like, they're also doing this at scale, too, like an unprecedented scale. Well, unprecedented scale with the kind of, what does Chris Roberts say, fucking millimeter detail? Whatever the fuck.
Yes. Like, there's no fucking YouTube tutorial that they can go to that tells them how to do this shit either. Like, they're working this out. They've got their fucking programmers there trying to work this shit out. Concurrently, they're building a whole bunch of other stuff as well. But the thing is, and this is something that a lot of people really need to start learning to understand here, is that what they're working on with persistent entity streaming, that leads into the completion of the first iteration of server meshing. It's foundational tech, and you need that to be solid. And if it's not, and you try and push it out the door because some fucking mouth breather is sitting there whinging that they're not getting their fucking game fast enough, what's going to happen is that, yeah, sure, you're going to get your game, it's going to be shit. Like, people are complaining about, you know, what we've got right now. This is like the game's still being built. It's the alpha state, technically pre-alpha, because we don't have everything yet. So when we're looking at fucking, you know, like people complaining about stuff not being done yet, it's like, well, of course it's going to get delayed, because the previous like thing that needs to get built before you can move on to the next part isn't done yet. And you want to make sure that you're building on solid foundations, because if you're not, you just end up with Star Citizen that we have now, except with more shit thrown in, and it's still just as broken.
I've also said it like multiple times before. I'm not sure if it was either on stream or off stream, but with persistent entity streaming, like what is it that Jared and quite a few other devs have said? It's like they've built this fucking skyscraper, and now they have to fucking rip the foundation out from under it and put a new one in without the fucking skyscraper toppling over. So it's like, yeah, that's a pretty accurate analogy there. It's like, fuck, they really have to.
Yeah, it's like the complaints about Cargo Refactor. Like, you know, people are like, oh, you made boxes, and it's like, yeah, what were you expecting? Like, I know people were hoping that trade would get some attention, and it's unfortunate that it didn't. But a refactor, when it comes to bloody programming, is you're updating the code, but trying to maintain the same functionality at a minimum, so that the end user doesn't notice a difference. And the reason why you'd be updating the code is normally to implement new systems or set up so that you can expand on it later without having to break everything and bloody come back and fix it all.
I don't mean to cut you off, but we've been talking about this already for just over 5 minutes, nearly 10 minutes, and we're only 1 minute in. So can we
56 seconds, all right? But yes, I get your point. All right, let's keep this going. Yeah.
Shit. Oh, I'm angry now, dude. I'm fucking angry now. Dude, my brain is gonna fucking fall out, honestly. But let's see what is actually happening here. So let's talk about it after the intro.
Hello, my name is
Oh, here we go. Fucking cat jam. Let's go, everybody. Yeah.
The reason why people are angry at CEG at this point, and they have all the right to be angry, because they were, or CEG was, hyping up Pyro for 2 years now. First of all, they showed us a stealth mission on Pyro in CitizenCon 2021, and then throughout whole year of 2022, they were just hyping Pyro like this.
Road to Pyro, guys. We're on the road to Pyro.
Yeah, they've also bloody put salvaging on the roadmap and taken it off multiple times. I think it was up to 4.
And Cargo Refactor. Damn it.
Like, this is not new. Them adding stuff, them hyping stuff up, and then taking it away. Like the biggest meme, fucking answer the call. This is not new. Why the fuck is this even like a surprise? Is it acceptable? No. Is it understandable? If you know about software development, it is.
And 196 overlay variations necessary to place them throughout the existing Stanton and upcoming Pyro star system.
So I have Pyro 1 open already. So now we're on Pyro 3. Now we're on Pyro 4, which is my personal favorite of the Pyro system. This one is Pyro 5C. Similar to Pyro 4, you can see that it has a landmark that you can see from space.
With so much of the focus on the upcoming Pyro these days, let's check in with the EU Sandbox team and their continuing work fleshing out the derelict outposts to be found on the surface of Pyro's planets and moons, are also exploring new gameplay opportunities out in the farthest reaches of the upcoming Pyro system. The upcoming Pyro system is intended to be rich with a history more violent and conflicted than the Stanton system you're already familiar with. Traveling through space looks to get just a little more involved and potentially a lot more dangerous as we continue along with our path to Pyro. Moving higher up and much farther out, let's check in with some Pyro system, let's call it Spacebox for lack of a better term, development. One of the big questions that came forward, everybody knows that we're heading towards Pyro.
We get it.
This year. That's the focus of many teams throughout
Thank you,
Star Citizen and the different studios. Unicaller says, stop saying road to Pyro. No, we're on the road to Pyro. That's
we are on the road to Pyro.
The majority of our focus for the Precision Universe team is working towards right now. The team is also exploring early advanced traversal opportunities for some of the outlaw space stations currently being built for the Pyro system. Now, October, there's a month, and it was perhaps the biggest month and the biggest year of Star Citizen yet, beginning with the return of CitizenCon in digital-only form. It was a day packed with exciting looks at the upcoming Pyro system, including new AI systems utilizing new planetary nav mesh, bringing new life and possibility to the new planets and moons of Star Citizen's persistent universe.
So should I show you more? Because there is more,
Yeah, I would
but
like to
this
see
is
more,
just like what I
actually.
found in like half hour. I think that the backers have more than enough rights to be angry because of this change or shift or whatever.
I'm not really angry.
Why?
I'm just
no, no, they don't. The Road to Pyro, hyping it up, the upcoming. They never fucking gave us a date. Sat there and went, yeah, it's coming out definitely this year. 2022 is the year. You want to know why? CIG learnt their lesson. I said it before. Answer the fucking call.
Yeah, but
They
at the same
fucking-
time, they still do. They still put dates out there for some stupid fucking reason. Remember when they said 318 by fucking IAE guys? Remember that? Oh, that was funny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know
But it
why
also
why the
highlighted
fuck they do that.
the whole. It also highlighted the whole point about software development, though, where they were like, "Yeah, this is the intent. This is what we're going to try and achieve," and then they didn't hit the date.
Yeah. One important distinction to make is that there's a difference between like a cold hard deadline that we're setting and intent. It's like you could say that you want something to be out by this date, but that doesn't mean you're guaranteeing it. Like CIG says all the time that they hopefully want stuff to come out this year and that we intend to have something out by this patch or this patch or this patch. But it's like the amount of times that they do that rather than actually putting in hard dates, the ratio is really in favor of the former, where they're just saying, yeah, we hope we can do this and we want it to be out by this, and people take that and run with it like it's a fucking, like it's a promise, And like, I'm not saying this is all on the fucking backers, because it's not. There's a lot of things that fucking CIG does that's confusing and doesn't make any fucking sense, and they walk shit back, they change shit, and they don't really fucking say anything. Like, I'm not saying CIG is completely, exempt from any blame here, but at the same time, it's like, dude, this is just par for the course now. And I'm not saying that you just sit down and accept it. Like, we can definitely fucking say something if shit's really going on, but like, you need to pick the right places to fucking speak up rather than just fucking screaming into the ether.
Like, it's the right topics and having the right fucking knowledge and understanding. Like, that's probably the biggest thing. Like, there's a reason why there aren't many fucking content creators making shit like this. Because a lot of them who have been doing this long enough understand that CIG is building 2 games at once for starters, and that building games is hard and takes time, and people.
A game like this.
When you listen to what they're telling us, those are their optimistic, deadlines that they're pushing for. There's always, what you want to do and what you actually can do. This is actually one of the reasons why I don't like watching his videos, because it's just like, this is going to be 20 minutes of fucking ignorance, really. Like, he's going to bring up valid points. People should be angry that the fucking, company that said that they were going to do something didn't do the thing. You could fucking change the name of the company and it would still fucking apply, because it's not wrong. In this case, should people be upset that Pyro isn't coming out this year and that server meshing isn't coming out this year? I don't know. Should you? It's entirely up to you. Like, if it,
yeah, it really is. It's like you can't say that we're like a monolith and all of us should be fucking upset or all of us should be fucking happy or indifferent. It's like, it's like you feel how you feel.
Yeah. Like, CIG puts out more than enough information on this. Like, they put out more than enough information. As you can see, he collected a lot of it. You know, all the shit that they were talking about with Pyro. It's like, all right, well, you know, if you were actually paying attention to the content, you could see that it wasn't finished.
Like CIG is quite possibly like among the very few game development companies that are this open with their development. And that's something that I don't think a lot of people realize. It's like, yeah, they may not be open about the most important things, or they may not be open about the things that we really want to hear, but they're like every fucking week, almost every day of the week, they're opening up their development and showing us something, and showing us what they're doing, and showing us what they're up to. Like, off the top of my head, I really can't name any other game development company at this level of, you know, scale and size and significance that does this same exact thing. Like Agent, can you think of any? Like, I really can't. Chat?
Not off the top of my head. That's current anyway.
Hell, I mean, that's what it is.
Info runners. Execute, mate. We're pirates. Of course we're the voice of reason. We see it all.
Yeah.
Alright, we're a fifth of the way through this video. Let's keep this going.
But nothing actually changed. And let's watch the full clip and try to analyze it part by part, and we're gonna try to understand what's happening behind the closed doors, because they're not gonna tell us. Maybe they're gonna have like a letter of the chairman, or they're gonna say something on Spectrum that's maybe gonna put out the fire for a second, but you know that like those flames are gonna be as violent as and as angry in a few months from now anyways. So let's watch the whole clip, and I'm gonna try to like cut it where I can see a talking point, and yeah, we're gonna analyze it together.
Are there going to be more of the derelict locations added to Stanton, or is it mainly Pyro that the work is going into?
Right now, we're thinking about making more on Stanton, because Pyro is not really ready yet to create too much stuff on it. So yeah, we'll say that, but eventually we're going to have a lot of them.
Pyro. It should.
Right now?
Yeah.
Well, not
eventually.
No, not
Yeah.
right now, but soon. Yeah. For the next year, will be more Stanton, but eventually we'll be everywhere.
I mean, I can give you the scoop that we're starting to look at that in Q1.
Yeah. Now, the main talking point here, and a thing that everybody heard, is that the next year is going to be, like, their focus is going to be on Stanton and not on Pyro. Now, there could be a few reasons why that is happening. First of all, the most apparent reason would be because Pyro is not going to be released next year, therefore we're not going to get a server meshing, etc. next year, so they're not going to work on Pyro. But there could be another reason behind all of this. So I might turn into White Knight here, or I might be like sniffing some copium and all of that, but just hear me out. So the planets in Star Citizen are procedurally generated, and with procedural generation, whenever you make a change in the seed or the code of the planet, or like, for example, if the planet grows, if you had any assets on that planet, those assets are still going to be in the same coordinates. So if the planet changes, like a hill goes like 1,000 meters to the right or whatever, or the whole planet just grows, those assets are going to be buried like below the ground, and that's not good. So there's no point in working or placing assets on a planet that is not finished. And one more reason why you don't want to work on the planets, or
just going to pause and quickly bring something up here. This would have been around 2018. CIG had shown a tool in one of the Around the Verse episodes on a tool that they were working on that addressed this one particular issue, so that if you change the seed number of the planets, that the buildings and all the assets that were on the ground when the terrain changed essentially what would happen is that those positions would be adjusted so that they were sitting on the ground again.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, and it's not that CIG isn't adding extra shit because they would need to go back and redo stuff. They have tools to do that. They would need to check it. I would say the main reason why, and as Dobbs pointed out whilst Grumpy was talking, you know, they're only talking about derelicts at this current point in time. They're going back to focus on Stanton and add more derelicts to it because there's really fucking like, you got the Javelin rack and then you got a bunch of mission sites. So, you know, they're going to add more shit to Stanton so that there's stuff for players to do. Doesn't mean that they're not working on Pyro. Doesn't mean they're not going to be focused on Pyro. Just means that they're going to be adding some stuff to Stanton to make it more playable. Because when you bring server meshing in, and this is something that a lot of people haven't considered yet. You know, I use the fishbowl analogy a lot for this. When we get server meshing, the fishbowl stays the same size, we just get more fish in it. So when you get a whole lot more fish in that fishbowl, there's not many sites for those fish to go and see. You know, the stations themselves have a limited number of hangars. They're either going to have to increase those hangars or they're going to start putting people in queues so that you're going to wait.
Base building.
So, like, you've got all these areas that, you know, like these planets and moons, and they have a lot of space on them. There are parts of those planets and moons that, you know, since they've been added to the game, nobody's probably been to. They may never have flown over a certain part of it.
But they will if they can build bases there, Agents. Think about it.
Maybe. But the point that I'm coming around to is that when all the fish get shoved into the same fish bowl, if there's not enough, you know, areas for players to go to, they're going to get bored of the areas that they're in really quickly. So it makes sense that CIG would go, we better go back to Stanton and add a whole lot more shit to that system. Because Pyro may not be ready yet.
Hence why there was like, how many fucking Lagrange points?
Well, it's actually the amount that they're supposed to be, so it's what, 6 per planet?
Yeah.
But then you get the Aaron Halo, then you got, you know, the spaces on all the moons, on the planets, and then they can add more shit that they want to, like ArcCorp itself is a city planet. They can add so much more there.
Oh my god, just wait till that gets fucking reworked. Oh my god.
But yeah, like, it makes sense that they would be coming back to Stanton and going, alright, let's add more shit before we get server meshing, because we don't want to have to come back to Stanton, you know, a system that is, you know, near completion. We don't want to have to keep coming back here to add more stuff. And they will, because they're going to have the new bloody outposts that they're going to have to add. And they'll also have the manufacturing facilities. You know, like if you go back to Tony Zurovic's talk about quantum and all that good stuff. He talks about manufacturing bases and, you know, mining outposts and stuff like that.
Tony Z, the fucking
We don't have a lot of
figure.
that now. So CIG is probably going to have to go back and add all that shit too.
God, where is Tony Z? Is he like locked in a cave? And
He's
fucking.
He's living in the mountain at the moment, under a mountain. Bloody a hardened nuclear bloody pretty much a bomb shelter. He's living in a bomb shelter right now so that he can, but he continue work on quantum and be undisturbed from the rest of the world's issues.
Like the last time we saw him was over a year ago at this point.
Yes, but when you saw him, it was a fucking phenomenal video.
We also had devs there that aren't here anymore.
Yes, but that's normal. All right, let's keep this video rolling, or else we're going to be here all night.
Just like place assets on the planets is because like those are done by the artists or like game devs, yes, but also the art team, and they decide where the assets are gonna go. So once they have a final view of like how this planet is gonna look like, then they're gonna pinpoint a few locations where they want to have those assets, like a landing zone or a point of interest, etc, etc, because the planet tech team is constantly adding new tech to the planet tech, right? And at one point, maybe like, what if, for example, they placed a bunch of assets right now, like landing zones or points of interest, or like derelict spaceships or derelict outposts and stuff like that. And then the Planet Tech team gets there, and maybe the planet did not grow, like the hills didn't change, but then they added, like the Planet Tech team would add maybe rivers, and then you have a river that's going through a bunker or is going through a point of interest. That's not good. So they would need to finish all the planets before adding any assets to them. So my guess is that they're waiting on Chris Roberts or the Planet Tech team or whoever, or the marketing team for that matter, to tell them if they're happy or not with the Planet Tech, like what Planet Tech did, and with the planets in Pyro, and then they're gonna like have assets on them, and then they're gonna work on the assets that are gonna be on top of them. But of course, why the fuck did they hype a Pyro, and why did they show us so many assets on Pyro, and like how they're working on Pyro, and how those assets are gonna be used, and how we're gonna have stealth missions on Pyro, etc, etc. Like, why did they do that if we're not even close to having Pyro? And as I've said in my stream,
they thought they
like
were close at the time, but they realized that they're not. That's literally what Agens said. That's the whole concept of software development, where they think they could do it. Now we have to figure something else out, and they go through the whole process again. And yeah, I'm sure you can make the argument, Agens, like, why even bother promoting it in the first place if you don't even know what the fuck you're gonna do? At the same time, it's like, how do you fucking encourage like funding and support and development of your game if you don't do that? It's like, if you want to make that argument, then why the fuck even have marketing? Why the fuck even have open development at that point? You know, it's like, I'll let you move on and continue if you wanted to say something.
No, that was pretty on point. Yeah, YouTube, well, it wasn't YouTube, it was actually OBS lagging out. Probably something to do with my ISP.
Did they hear? Is everything okay?
Yeah. The stream is still going. I think like 5 seconds of your rant was missed, but it's okay. I was recording, so keep an eye out for the video. 10 seconds of the rant. That's okay. You guys got the gist. Because Dobbs does not want to be on camera. Execute. He does not want to be on camera, so he doesn't have to be.
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I'm lazy.
He doesn't want to be on camera. He just says that he's lazy. He doesn't want to be on camera. It's okay.
Like I could literally like use my fucking phone and hook it up to the goddamn computer, but literally I'm just fucking lazy. Like,
yeah, it's the point. Like, CIG is hyping up Pyro because it's new fucking content. You know, people are kind of tired of hearing about Stanton. And it's interesting stuff that CIG can talk about without actually, you know, going in and talking about secret shit. yeah, like it would have been cool. I was never under the impression that we're going to get Pyro this year. It would have been cool if we could get it this year, but honestly, like without server meshing, we're not going to get Pyro. Like Pyro, it's not that Pyro is dependent on server meshing, it's that CIG doesn't want to add any extra planets until, or correction, any extra systems until we've got server meshing. And they've said this, once we get server meshing, we get the next system at the same time so that you can move between the two. There's value in giving criticism, and like what you can see here with what Grumpy's talking about is, you know, there's a level of ignorance amongst the community that don't know or don't understand this sort of stuff, and CIG can give out as much information as they can, but you got to be able to process that information as well, take it on board and understand what they're actually saying. And there's a significant portion of the community who are active that don't. They don't get it. They'll sit there and they'll complain, even after CIG puts out all this information. There's only so much that you can do. You know, like it's that saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. In this case, it's the information that CIG put out there. They put out more than enough. And they make the caveat, you know, the fucking over-encompassing caveat that, buddy, everything is subject to change. And it seems like a cop-out. And at times it is. But if you have experience with software development, or if you've been paying attention to the content that CIG has been putting out for years, because that's the other problem, is that there's years of content that CIG has put out that you need to go back through and learn about this stuff. What you're going to find is that you'll have a better understanding of what CIG is trying to do. But unless you've worked in software development, you really don't have an appreciation of just how difficult things are. Like, it's easy to sit there and go, this thing's broken, why don't you fix it? It's like, cool, I'll fix it. They fix it. Then somebody adds a new feature, which breaks the thing that you just fixed, because dependencies that you were using are no longer relevant, or they have to be changed and updated, which breaks the thing that you just fixed, so you got to go back and fix it again. Nothing that you can do about that, other than sit there and go, all right, well, I'll go back and fix it. You, like, there are going to be certain circumstances that you just can't predict until it's in there. And all you got to do is, like, create the thing, test it. If it works, sweet, it goes out the door. If it doesn't, all right, iterate, work on it. That's how we've gone through all the, you know, like these iterations on, what was it, iCache, Pcache, and all that sort of shit. That was iterative development.
Let me ask you this, Agens. Do you enjoy Star Citizen?
I enjoy the experiences of it. Like, I want the game finished, but I've been getting my money's worth out of it for years by doing piracy. I always make, there's a statement that I have, and it's that I feel like at times we're playing the game 6 months ahead of everyone else. Primarily because of, you know, like the amount of fun that we're able to extract from it. You know, people go through, do their little missions. You know, they may get together with their friends and fuck around. Some people may end up doing role playing or, you know, like run simulation events. But it's like, piracy is, you know, gameplay that is emergent in what we do. Like, you can't, there's no missions for it. You have to go out there and do it yourself. You have to learn about the mechanics. You have to practice. You have to train. You have to work with a team to be able to do it well. Because if you don't do all that stuff, you're going to suck at it. You may get 1 or 2 targets and you'll get that bug, but you're going to suck at it if you don't train, if you don't practice, if you don't, exercise, if you don't have a good team. And the unfortunate reality is like, mechanics like mining, for example, probably one of the most complete, systems that we have right now, is boring as batshit, even when you got a group of friends together. And the thing is that the mining gameplay loop
to say, people have the gall to say that piracy and the development is catered toward piracy when mining is the most complete game loop in the entire game. Ah, that's laughable. It's so funny.
Like, yeah, it's mining gameplay has been added, and it's been iterated on, but it's still not fun. It may be fun to, certain individuals who are happy to do that grind, but to me, it's literally put one line in between 2 other lines and make another line go from 0 to 100.
Listen, agents, it's fun for those that are currently listening to this stream whilst they are doing their Quantanium mining and hauling. It's relaxing. Understand?
If people like doing that sort of stuff, that's fine. But I know that there's a lot of people that want more from mining gameplay, and I don't think they fully understand that what we've got is probably what we're going to get for a long time. There is a lot more that you could do in mining gameplay, or with the mechanics of mining gameplay. And CIG has thrown it around. Ideas like having gas pockets in asteroids, and having to use heat maps to be able to monitor the bloody amount of energy that you're pumping into that rock, so that you can make sure that you are pumping it into the right areas and that you're not hitting gas pockets and causing it to explode and destroy your ship. But what we've got for mining gameplay, and this is, an example of industrial gameplay that contributes to the overall, I guess, economy and what we're going to have later on in the future. But the gameplay itself, I don't know how many, hundreds upon thousands of hours, people are going to want to engage in that. Some people will. They'll fucking love the shit out of it. And that's what they'll do. More power to them. But for people who want to engage in, all facets of Star Citizen and be able to move between things, there's going to be limitations on what people can engage in. It's not a bad thing. But you're going to find that a lot of the gameplay that we have in Star Citizen is going to feel like a grind sooner rather than later. And that's partially because of the scope. But we don't even have everything yet. We're literally getting salvaging gameplay in the next patch, something that had been fucking, promised for years.
It's soft salvage as well. It's not even the full salvage where you can cut ships apart and fucking munch them and shit.
And if you look at mining gameplay, we pretty much had that from 3.2, and they stopped working on it in 3.17. So salvaging may go that way too. 15 patches of iterations.
It's gonna be great, and I'm here for it, right, agents?
Well, that's the thing, is I like being able to pull the fun out of the game now that we've got. Unfortunately, not a lot of other professions can. But,
I'm a miner, guys. I mine fun.
Salvaging Well, salvaging gameplay is going to be, you know, good. Good bit of fun for about 5 minutes. Server meshing though, like, really is the key to being able to make this game more engaging. Because it puts all the fish in the same fish bowl with the limited amount of resources that we have. I know that there's a lot of players out there that don't like PvP. There's enough players that do like PvP that could be hired by those PvE players. Just people need to start thinking outside the box. Like, fucking 318 is going to be an eye-opener. It's going to be an eye-opener for a lot of people.
Agens, are you excited for 318?
Yes. Yes, I am. I'm looking forward to it, not only for the cargo refactor, but for you know, the potential gameplay that we're going to be able to extract from it.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed.
There's a lot more that we can pull out of gameplay. All right, but yes, as somebody has pointed out in chat, we still have another 12 minutes to go, so let's punch through this. We got way off topic there.
For Pyro, you need server meshing, but for server meshing, you need PES. But for PES, you needed to have Pcache and then iCache, and those are not working. So yeah, they just figured out that they need to make PES, and maybe that one is not going to work. So why would they work on server meshing? Like, we don't even know if they're currently working on server meshing at all. Maybe they're going to work on it after PES gets released, and maybe they're going to work on it throughout the whole next year. We have no idea. But what we do know is that Chris Roberts last year, or this year, actually it's still 2022, so I'm gonna say like April 2022, he dropped a letter of the chairman, and he said the 318 is gonna go into the PTU in June or July, I think it was June, and it's gonna be in the PTU for a couple of months, and then we're gonna get it in the PU. And like, it's December, that's why I'm already at 2023, but my mind is already at 2023, but it is December of 2022, and we still do not have the like 318 patch in the PTU. We got a single patch during the whole year, and in this show, like just a second later, when like the chat fucking blew up and people got angry, Jared was talking about how they gotta work on what they have right now. You're gonna see it in a second, how they gotta work on what they have right now, because yeah, we have Stanton, Pyro is not finished, so we're gonna deliver a ton of things to Stanton, and we had a singular patch during the whole year, and we were all just holding on to the fantasy that Pyro will come soon to the PU. And yeah, we were just waiting for the PES so they can like greenlight it, and then they can work on server meshing so we can get Pyro. But that never happened. Like 318 didn't drop for the whole year. We had a single patch which brought us nothing. But them saying that we're gonna see more progress because they're working on Squad of 42, like, we can see that it's all bullshit, because as I've said, we got a single patch the whole fucking year. So we were just holding on to that like copium fantasy that we had, that like we're gonna get Pyro by the end of the year, or maybe next year, or 2023, and like that's gonna give us the...
I never said that we were gonna get Pyro at the end of this year.
And to be honest, I think I really don't understand how people expected 318 to be out by June, or to be in PTU by June. I mean, like, we all had our snip of hopium, but it's like, did any of us really expect it to be there? I for sure didn't.
Well, we only know what CIG tells us. This is another thing that a lot of people don't understand. We only know what CIG tells us, and CIG only tells us what they are most confident in actually achieving. Whether or not they're actually going to do it, as we pointed out multiple times, is another thing. What, that we're going to be going to Pyro? I never interpreted that we're going to be in Pyro in bloody 2022.
We're on the road to Pyro, Agents. You have to understand it. We're on the road to Pyro. So any criticism that you have is automatically invalid because we are indeed on the road to Pyro.
It's yeah, but we're like on the road to fucking Odin as well, on the road to Terra. We're on the fucking road to bloody
Nyx,
Sol, and Nyx, and fucking every other system that you want to bloody name off. Like, we're on the road to all those places too. It's just fucking
Cathcart.
Soon. You know, like in the future. Soon.
TM.
On the road to master modes.
On the road to Cargo Refactor, guys. Yeah. Road to Squadron 42. It's all a road. Hey, guys, watch. Road to roads.
No, I don't think we're on the road to that one. The CIG is confirmed that they're not working on it right now. They're using the tech for rivers. Using the tech on rivers at the moment.
But the rivers is the road to roads.
I don't know.
We're on the road.
Maybe. You might have a point.
I'm just saying, you just gotta fucking, you gotta, when the rubber hits the road, the cream rises to the top. You're gonna pay for the whole seat and use only the edge.
Telva asks, are you guys hyped by Squadron 42?
I wouldn't say I'm hyped per se, but I'm looking forward to playing it. Like, when it comes out, I'll buy it, I'll play it, and, you know, that'll be what it'll be.
Yes, it is live. And yeah, like, I'm not hyped for Squadron 42. Like, I'll play it. Like, I own a copy of it, so I will play it. But I'm not gonna, like...
I'm sure I'll have a good time playing it, but I'm not gonna...
But I'm not really hanging out. I'm not really hanging out for Squadron 42. I'm not sitting there going, man, I can't wait until Squadron 42 comes out. I'm like, comes out when it comes out. I don't agree with their focus, though. Like, I don't agree that Squadron 42 should be their focus. I think it should be the other way around. Like, Star Citizen should be the focus, and then they build the fucking single-player game, but...
Yeah, Star Citizen is the universe that Squadron 42 is based in. And for me, you should have the universe and everything within it built out and properly done before you break off a piece of it and call it the single-player campaign. So that's just my take on it, but here we are.
It is
it's
what
just
it
because
is.
Of Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill Agents.
Oh, it's because the original pitch was that, you know, Squadron 42 was going to be what they were going to build first, and that's what they're going to fulfill. And yeah, I've always, like, I laugh about the point, you know, like, CIG is focused on making money. How else are they going to pay their fucking devs? How are they going to keep the lights running? How are they going to bloody, you know, pay for the equipment? Where are they going to fucking house their devs?
They keep them in a fucking shoebox.
They can work from home and use their own machines, their own power. Yeah. Zoom meetings and all that. Oh god,
yeah. I can't imagine like having to put your own computer subject to those fucking volatile game dev builds. Christ almighty. Yeah. Like, are you gonna pay for it when my fucking computer sets on fire?
142 is first for financial stability. Well, it proves that they can actually achieve a goal. How much of the 500 mil do you think they've spent already? Probably all of it.
All right, here we go.
I believe it's 3 episodes in total, Mike. So there's another 2 to go after Squadron 42.
Right, guys, we're on the road to Star Atlas.
Star Atlas, yes. Apparently that's starting to make it's trying to make a comeback, but yeah. Alright, let's keep this. Yeah, it's not completely dead. Let's keep this going.
Wow.
the Jesus patch that we're all basically waiting for, that is gonna open the floodgates and we're gonna see more content pouring into like Star Citizen and all of that. That all just fell to the sea like castles made of sand, like immediately when we saw this. So like whatever the wording behind this, whatever the issue is in development, whatever, like maybe I'm wrong, maybe Planetech did their job, and maybe there's something else that's like keeping them from getting more assets on top of the planets. Maybe we already have a bunch of assets, maybe Pyro is just waiting, but still the guy said like throughout the whole next year they're gonna focus on Stanton. So yeah, whatever it is, we're still not gonna get Pyro next year, right?
For the next year will be more Stanton.
And this statement here is the main issue. But let's continue.
So at this point, I'm going to have to do what's called the little station keeping here, because chat is glomming onto your comment about Pyro and how you're not working on Pyro right now. So I'm going to do some station keeping here. For folks who maybe don't follow the entire breadth of Star Citizen's development, Pyro can't be added to the Precision universe until server meshing is in. Server meshing needs prerequisites like persistent entity streaming coming in 3.18, and these things all take several months and months to do.
The only thing that I can say here is that yes, Pyro is waiting on server meshing, and server meshing is waiting on Pyro, but also modularity is waiting on server meshing because the same people are...
Server meshing is not dependent on Pyro being built. I think that's just him misspeaking. I think he was, what he meant to say was persistent entity streaming, or PES.
Yeah, you could technically have server meshing in Stanton by having,
that would be it.
By having multiple server nodes dedicated to that shard. Like, for instance, you know, fucking, they've spoken about this before, where when we have static server meshing and even dynamic server meshing, where you'll have all of these server nodes and they'll be allocated to certain areas where the resources are needed. And they gave examples of, like, if there's 1,000 people, there's 1,000 players at New Babbage, more dedicated server nodes will be moved to that area to increase performance. And that is essentially server meshing. It's not just being able to just move from one place to another. Like, it's all of the servers working together to create this game world and to overall facilitate the amount of player base, the amount of scale, the detail, and all of it. You know, like, it's not dependent on Pyro. You put it in right now, but we need persistent entity streaming to be there. We need it to work. We need it to be iterated on. That solid foundation needs to be in place before you put, like, for instance, like, I think they even spoke about, like, the way that Stanton and Pyro is going to be. Like, Stanton and Pyro, there's going to be 4 nodes in total on a single shard. Stanton is going to be split by 2 servers, and Pyro is going to be split by 2 servers. So technically there's 4 servers in total on that single shard. And I doubt that is going to result in, like, increased player caps, for example. I don't think they're going to go that far. Like, they may keep it like 100 players in the system and, like, basically split that by the node, so there's 50 per server. And then as we iterate, like, the amount of players that they can have, either the amount of players that they can have in a single node will increase, or they just spin up a ridiculous amount of nodes to cover for that. So, but yeah, I've done a lot of research and focus on how server meshing and persistent entity streaming works. And it's actually really fascinating when you actually dive into it and find out exactly how everything works. And it kind of gives you a really cool full understanding of what the process is and what's needed for it to be complete, and the specific steps one by one that you have to take to achieve it. So yeah, that's my take on it.
Like, Grumpy Eye did say server meshing is dependent on Pyro, but I'm quite confident that he meant PES, which is correct. but we don't need Pyro to do server meshing or to implement server meshing, which is why they can focus less on it. But that's just one team, as Greedy was pointing out. That team is not focusing on Pyro as much. Their main focus will be Stanton. For all we know, they could have another fucking team. Let's keep watching.
Like that are work meshing are supposed to work on modularity. So why did you sell a modular ship? Why are you like telling us that modularity is going to be a thing since 2014? And like I'm like, here's the list of the ships that should be modular, and you can just Google them, and yeah, you're gonna see that they were supposed to be modular. But like I'm like, here's the list of the ships that.
Still waiting on my Caterpillar, by the way. That's why I've kept it.
They've gone back on the Cutlass and said that it's variants. I don't recall the Redeemer ever being modular. The Avengers series is variants. They did say that it was going to be modular, but then switched to variants. Retaliator is modular. Constellation Phoenix. I think when they referred to modularity in that, they were talking about the furniture inside. Javelin, that's because the original plan for the Javelin was that you got demilitarized versions of it, so it didn't come with its turrets and all that, so you needed to rebuild parts of it. Pioneer, limited modularity.
Pioneer. Yeah, Pioneer's pretty obvious, though.
Well, the most obvious one was the Caterpillar. Because the fucking
Caterpillar too. Caterpillar's like one of the
modules,
easiest ships to fucking mod out.
Yeah. The RSI Galaxy, which is new. The Endeavour, we always knew about, and the Apollo was variants. That's why they have different variants.
Yeah, that's why. There's a reason why they call it the Apollo Medevac instead of just the Apollo.
Like, there's actually a reason why they haven't talked about modularity, like worked on modularity yet. Part of it actually has to do with tech that they were missing, that they actually added, I think it was 3.16 with ship-to-ship docking. So the Caterpillar's command module is supposed to be able to detach from the rest of the body. Like, that was part of something that the Caterpillar is supposed to be able to do, and it's still intended as far as we know. However, with that Caterpillar there, like, you've got the main part that was supposed to be modular, but all those pieces, you know, need to be able to attach to each other, and there needs to be a system that handles that. So what they could do is that they could use the ship docking tech to assist with building the functionality of doing ship modularity. That would work for the Caterpillar, but it may not work for the Retaliator. That's probably a reason why they're not working on it yet. Doesn't mean that it's ever going to be new. That, you know, the announcement of the RSI Galaxy and them talking about, oh, you know, it's a new modularity thing. It's like they're coming back to it. Like, the irony is that they missed the fucking Vanguard series of ships with the battle upgrade kits. The Bucks. Essentially, the center portion of the fucking Vanguard was supposed to be able to just get pulled out and you'd shove a new part in. And then they, you know, went back on that and said, no, well, you know, we're just going to move it to variants. People got a bit upset about that, but then, no, then they retracted that and went, okay, we're going to try. It's also possible that, you know, we need PES. But, you know, we're just got to wait and see what they actually build. Like, people getting upset over the ship modularity stuff, it's like, look, you know, you get fucking, like, the Cutlass is variants. That's not going to be modular. I don't even know where they got the fucking information about the Redeemer being modular. I think they floated the idea that the bottom section would be changeable, but then they pretty much, when they did the rework, they fucked it off. Like the Retaliator would probably be the best starting point for them. Because the rooms themselves for that house of torpedoes can easily be converted into rooms for other shit. Just, you know, the systems that need to talk between the two different, you know, between the ship body and the bloody modular part.
Hit the play button, Agens.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's keep it going. Oh, fuck, we didn't get that far.
It should be modular, and you can just Google them, and yeah, you're gonna see that they were supposed to be modular. But like, what I'm aiming here at is that they're just lying. Honestly, they're just lying. They are lying to our faces for years now, and we are okay with it. Obviously, we are okay with it. We spent $100 million just this year on this game. We funded the game. We funded the shit out of the game just for a single patch, and we're basically happy with it. And that's the issue. Because why would they change? Like, they're gonna continue being like this as long as we act like this. Like, we have got a single patch throughout the whole year, and we have spent $100 million. Like, that's the main issue here. Now, I was thinking maybe I should play the video, but yeah, I'm just gonna play the video of John Cruz saying that we're not getting modularity because the team is working on server meshing.
We know what's necessary. We know what's involved in making it happen. It's just it requires a pretty sizable chunk of time and resources in order.
Yeah,
to
it's a lot of low-level engineering people, and the people that are best suited to doing it, unfortunately, the people that are looking at server meshing, because they're ironically the people that made the object containers and a lot of the original pipe system code.
And now in every other Star Citizen Live, they mention Pyro, and they say that like they can't.
So,
can we do a poll? Ask the chat what's more important. Let's do a poll. Yeah, let's do a poll. Let's ask the chat what's more important, modularity or server meshing. I'm curious as to what your guys' take is on this.
I'm pretty sure I already know what the answer is going to be.
Let's just gauge the room here. I'd really like to know. Let's get a consensus. What's more important, server meshing or fucking modularity? Let's find out.
The poll is live. $21 votes already. Holy shit. All right, let's keep this going.
All right.
Let's keep this video going. And
point
you guys
made, I
just
guess.
vote.
Nice.
Can't work on that because the team is working on Pyro, and now we can see that they're not working on Pyro. Like Planet's tech team is obviously working on Pyro, but the other teams are not. So what are they working on? The answer is Squadron 42. All the money that we're giving them is going into that game and not into Star Citizen. So erase whatever excuse you heard from them, because all of them are blatant lies, because they're like all the money and all the effort is going into that game and not into Star Citizen. And that's the issue. But let's continue.
Stanton's not finished. I saw somebody say Stanton is finished, and I think Stanton's not finished. We're still building Stanton. We're still building Pyro. We're still building Nyx, stuff like this. But it's not a thing where you just... It goes akin to what John Cruz said. John Cruz said had a line in our IAE All Ships Super Talk Spectacular from a couple weeks ago that was also taken out of context, where actually it wasn't John Cruz, it was Ben Curtis, where they talked about where's the best place to put your work and your effort right now. And it is, the question comes if you can work right now to put something in the game right now. That's a better use than if you can work to put something in the game 6 months from now, because you can work next month to put the thing in 6 months from now. So game development is a constant series of priority shiftings and adjustments, and that I'm sure I'm not revealing any secrets to anybody who talks about Star Citizen and who shares in the content creation of Star Citizen. They will know that the priorities change and shift dramatically during the course of development.
And yeah, we can see that right here, like here. So 3.16 released 23rd of December 2021, and then 29th of April we got 3.17, and we're still waiting.
They are working on Pyro. It's just not the entire team. Like, this is the problem. Grumpy keeps jumping to conclusions immediately. As soon as there's like any inkling of a fucking negative in something that CIG says, it's an immediate absolute. It is like,
only
wait,
a Sith deals in absolutes.
They're not working on Pyro. It's like, no, they're mostly working on Stanton. Must mean they're not working on Pyro. No, it means that their focus is on Stanton. There's only so many times that I can keep saying this. Fucking the priorities for, you know, software development are dependent on the progress of systems that are built on top of each other. If you want to sit there and keep saying, oh, you know, like they keep promising things and they're not delivering, it's like they're not delivering in the time frames that we want. That is true. No one can debate that. But we're getting functionality eventually. It may feel like they're kicking the can. It may feel like they're lying to us. But they're not. They're just extremely optimistic about what they're trying to achieve. And they'll say things that people will sit there and go, they're dealing in an absolute, you know, like that is 100% what they're doing. And it's not. Another, you know, a team could be working on, you know, 3 or 4 things throughout an entire patch cycle. And they may be working on, you know, things at different times during that patch cycle. And what you're going to find is that as things get added, other things are going to break, which means that somebody has to stop working on something that they're working on currently and go and fix the broken thing. But they're not going to fix it until they sit there and go, all right, do we fix it now or do we leave it as it is and come back to it later when we can invest more time? Because as, you know, people like to keep bringing up, CIG made $100 million this year. Well, they're still going to sit there and, you know, be as frugal as they can because they're a company. And they're going to try and be wise with their money.
They're going to be wise with their money, just like how they spent it on the new media set that's based off the Constellation Phoenix. It looks great, doesn't it, Agens?
Yeah, no, I've got a bone to pick about that. I'm talking about the development side of things. Like, we're only told what CIG wants to tell us. We know the majority of their effort is focused on Squadron 42. They want to get that done. They've still got teams working on the fucking persistent universe. They've got fucking an NA-PU team. Like a specific team dedicated to working on the persistent universe. I believe there's an EU version as well.
Nah,
and they have different responsibilities.
We have the USPU gameplay feature team. Best development team. Yeah.
They have different priorities, but they're all focused on building for the persistent universe. But they're not the largest teams. And they still have tasks that tie into things that happen in Squadron 42. And a lot of the focus of the tech that gets built for Squadron 42, as CIG has mentioned plenty of times, Richard Tyre is pretty much the spokesperson of this one at the moment, is they build shit for Squadron 42 now, they test the fuck out of it and get it working the way that they want in Squadron 42, then they bring it over to the PU. And they're talking about core tech stuff. Problem is that a lot of that stuff is going to take time, because you can get something technically functional in software development and it feel like shit, and in video games feel is a factor.
Do you feel it, Agens?
Yeah, no, I feel it.
You feel 318?
Yes, I do.
The result ahead of us promises to be a victory of a different sort. A true victory. Freedom in every sense of the word.
All right, let's finish this off. Let's see if we can get through the last 4 minutes.
On 318. Yeah, we can see that.
But it always prioritizes what can be done now and what can be done next and stuff like that. So as we move closer to the time where it's like, okay, now the underlying systems are in place and we can actually put Pyro into the persistent universe, that's where the ramp up on that stuff goes. That's why when you looked at, we had presentations with Pyro during DCC, he talked about how Pyro is basically like 80% complete. They bring the planets to that 80% and then they stop, they pause, because there's no need to finish it off now when the technology will continue to grow and continue to evolve. When it's ready to go in, that's when they will finish it off and polish it up with the technology and the tools and the procedures that are available to us then.
But then, again, the question is, why are you working on Pyro and why are you hyping it up for the last year and maybe even more than a year? I mean, I know when Pyro was announced, I know when server meshing was announced, like, I don't know, 2018, like it was the first time that they were talking about server meshing and all that, but
the reason why they're doing it was to generate interest for those who have been fucking following Star Citizen for years, because we've seen fucking so much of Stanton already.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Like, dead set. That is it. It's to fucking generate interest in new shit. It's not hard.
Yeah, it's like I said it before, it's like, why even bother doing all this media shit? Why even bother having Inside Star Citizen? Why even bother having Star Citizen Live? Why even bother having a fucking marketing team? Because the entire point of it all is to give you a glimpse in what the fuck they're doing, so you can generate interest. You generate funding, you generate a community, you generate support, and that's how you get a good atmosphere and community and constant flow of support and cash to help give us the project that we want. Like, you can't expect the community to remain interested if they just stop talking about everything just because it's not fucking ready, and they just sit in their fucking development studios and don't show us a goddamn thing. Do you honestly think that people will stay playing this game in their community if nobody says a fucking thing, or if the only thing that they're talking about is the thing that is literally coming out tomorrow, and it's whatever some fucking minuscule thing, like a slight change in the fucking patch notes, like, oh yeah, we're changing this, and they create an entire fucking Inside Star Citizen about it? Nobody fucking cares. Nobody fucking cares. They care about the new shit that's coming. They care about what's being developed for the future, and that's why they're fucking showing it. Like, it's like Agent said, it's not hard. It's not a hard thing to understand.
Yeah, like I've been following Star Citizen since bloody the end of 2013, and I backed in bloody, was it March 2014? Like, and I've been consuming the fucking content that CIG has put out since then. Pretty much all the shit that they put out from when they first did their Kickstarter campaign, all the way until now. It's cool to see the new shit that they're working on. And they may not be working on it all the way to completion, but they fucking explained it right there. Like, he literally showed the clip of Jared talking about it. We take it all the way to 80%, and then we stop. And we'll come back to it once we're ready to finish it. Because there's other tech that we need to work on. So those people who would be working on Pyro would be reprioritized to work on something else, because they're not going to just sit there and go, all right, well, we're not working on Pyro, guys. We'll just wait until, you know, this other shit's done.
That's it. I'm putting my fucking pants on. This is overwhelming me. I need pants.
Let's keep this ball rolling, because I want to get this done.
They were hyping Pyro like it's gonna happen anytime soon, and like all their efforts went into Pyro and not into Stanton. And we got some things in Stanton, I'm not gonna lie, we got some things, but not nearly enough, especially this year and like with a single patch, but not nearly enough to confirm what he just said just now. So yeah, all that I can say from all of this and what I can take from all of this is that Pyro is not close to being done, and that whatever the issue is, it doesn't really fucking matter. Honestly, it does not matter. Like, I'm done with their excuses. I'm honestly done. I know that people see me as a overly negative person, etc. I mean, I love this game. I want this game to be the best game ever. I want to play this game for fucking years and make videos on it, and like that's why I'm playing it. Even though I don't like it right now, I'm playing it on stream, and you can join my streams. Like, we have a lot of fun there, and that's basically the only reason why I'm playing that game, because of you guys. But like, is it gonna continue to be like that for the next year? That's the issue. Like, I made a video of like why the next year could be the most crucial year in Star Citizen's development, in the most definitive year, because we're gonna see what server meshing is gonna do and what we're gonna get with server meshing, and if the pipeline and the floodgates are gonna open and we're gonna get more content pouring in. But I like with this, I guess that most of us can see that that's not going to happen next year. Maybe late next year. I'm still trying to be optimistic, but honestly, probably 2024. And I don't want to end the video like at this fucking depressed state. So, dogs and cats, and cute dogs and cute cats, and yay. So you're not depressed anymore.
Best part of the video.
Anyway,
best part of the video right there.
We haven't hit the best part yet. We haven't hit the best part yet.
Thank you for watching, and thank you to all my patrons for supporting the channel. If you want to support the channel, there's going to be a link down in the info section of the video. You can support me on Patreon because, like, there's a lot of monthly expenses just to cover to make these videos, just like for the channel to grow, basically. And if you don't want to support me on Patreon, if you want to get something in return, I have this, and this is my merch, and like I'm always adding new merch and new stuff to the store. A bunch of customers are already customers. I don't know, people that bought my merch are already really happy. They're saying that the quality is amazing. I still didn't get my shipment. It's still coming, and I got all the merch for myself so I can test it out and see if I did something wrong. It happen anytime soon. And yeah.
Be honest,
cats and
chat,
dogs.
Would you buy that merch? Be honest.
I think you're asking the wrong crowd. All right, I'm going to end the poll. %93% for server meshing, 6% for modularity, out of 66 votes. Look.
Okay, another question. Would you buy Mongrel Squad merch? Yes, no. Yeah. I mean, I've seen some of our merch, and it's honestly not that bad. Not that bad. I can see myself wearing it on a night out on the town. I can see it wearing out if I want to go to a restaurant. Damn, it looks good. Mm-hmm. So yeah, look at that, Agents. Fucking revenue stream.
Yeah. I'm actually going to be fixing up the stores. I have an announcement to make on that, but not yet. Zeusto wants a Dobbs life-size pillow. We can see about that, Zeusto.
Yeah, you can put it in his fuck tent.
I don't think we'll ever see Grumpy Eye go away from Star Citizen.
No, he's not going away.
And it's not only because, like, from a content, creation, yeah, but fucking everybody loves the game. But from a content creation standpoint, the majority of his success has actually come from the new direction that he's been pushing in, which is shitting on the development of the game.
It's a racket. It's all a racket.
It's a revenue stream for him. So from a business standpoint, it's, you know, makes sense for him to try and maintain it, and he can't do that if he's playing another fucking game because he's not in the know. And
those numbers up; those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Well, you know, Salty Mike has experienced this as well. When it comes to no, Shibby, he is shitting on the game. He's shitting on the people working on it. He's called them liars. He even says it on stream. He says that they're lying. There's more people than Grumpy showing, you know, how much CIG has lied. In fact, CIG has made promises that they haven't kept. Nobody's fucking refuting that. But there's making a promise that you can't keep by trying to be deceitful, which is essentially what you're trying to do when you're lying to someone. You're trying to be deceitful. And then there's being overly optimistic with what you're going to deliver and not being able to achieve that. And there is a huge difference between those two. There's a huge difference between the two. So did salvaging. Mike, salvaging. Salvaging was a meme last time it got announced. And now we're finally
very
getting it. And the first iteration of it. We're finally getting the first iteration of it in 3.18. But here's the thing is, like, people complain about CIG saying, oh, they're not going to, you know, like, oh, they bloody missed their deadline. They're not going to fucking deliver. They're not going to do this, not going to do that. And that's easy. It's fucking easy to shit on the game. Like, I'm telling you now, it's easy to do it. And people can white knight for it easy. Like, fucking you can sit there and go, oh, you know, like they're trying, it's hard, you know, like I've been doing it the whole time. But if you've been tracking the progress of what we've had, what we had in the past, what we got now, it's like night and day.
Playing the game at the most stable it's ever been, right, Agens?
At the moment, yes.
Yes.
Alright, Shibby, that is an out fucking right lie. They're not selling ships for stupid amounts of money and then proceeding to promise things that they never intend to put in the game. That is a lie.
Why is it a lie, Agens? You just said it's a lie and you didn't even disprove it. Why don't you fucking put your money where your mouth is, Agens?
Well, I don't work for CIG. Like, how am I supposed to sit there and go, alright, you're lying because of this? I can sit there and give fucking examples, but the thing is that if you've been tracking Star Citizen over the fucking, you know, years, you would see it yourself too. But it's so easy to just sit there and shit on things.
And you don't even wipe.
It's so easy. Like, I don't like some of the practices that CIG engages in. Don't get me wrong. Fucking, I don't like how they market their game. Well, it's easy to shit on anything, Shibby. But it's also easy to shit on something that's not finished. You know, it's like they haven't finished it yet. So of course you're going to be able to sit there and have all the ammunition that you need to be able to say they're over-promising or they're lying or, you know, it's never going to be in. It's easy to say that because it's not fucking there yet, is it? Vance, I 100% agree on that. Like, I don't want to be funding Squadron 42. I want them to focus on Star Citizen. Because that's what I fucking spent my money on. I spent my money on ships for Star Citizen, not for Squadron 42.
I spent my money on the grief machine.
Unfortunately, we're bound by the person who, you know, created the vision of Star Citizen, his universe. It's his game. Like, it's Chris Roberts' game. And we all bought into that. He gets to decide what he wants to do with it. And that's, you know, something that you have to learn to accept. If you don't want to bloody, you know, fund development for Squadron 42, then just stop buying ships. But I'm not going to be one of those bloody, you know, people out there that just sit there and go, stop funding the project and all that sort of shit. It's like, buy whatever the fuck you want. It's your money. Do what you want with it.
We need merit banks back accessible for players outside of prison. God, those were the days. The fucking merit rackets. Oh, and smuggling. Oh, that was great.
Like, we just have to focus, on what we can do now. And unfortunately, like, I feel sorry for the, people who are looking forward to professions that, we don't have yet. There's only, there's only so much that we can, fucking do with what we've got. It would be done now if they actually had a fire under their ass to finish it.
I don't think people understand the amount of pressure that they have on them right now. Like, this game has to be finished. I don't think people understand the repercussions that they would face if they just up and abandoned the project. Fucking lives would be ruined if that happened. So it's like,
guarantee
you're gonna.
I'm going to say, no, I guarantee that there's some fucking nut job in this community that if they don't deliver on what they're promising, fucking someone's going to go whack fucking Chris Roberts. There's going to be a nut job that'll do that. It's not a good thing. I'm not saying that that's, as a threat or anything like that. That's a terrible thing to fucking, be a possibility. But it's a pretty big possibility now, especially as the project grows and as the funding, I say the funding grows, but it's like they've been spending money over time as well.
Why my NFT, Drew? You have any NFTs, Agens?
No. Like,
would you make a Mongrel Squad NFT?
No. The unfortunate reality is that we're on this ride and we just have to ride it until it's done. That's it. I can tell you something though, like the money that CIG has made, it didn't happen by accident. And a lot of it hasn't happened because they made promises and didn't deliver. If they didn't have the persistent universe, they probably wouldn't have the level of funding that they have now.
Oh no, I just put out a second mortgage on my house to pay for my Kraken. Whoops.
Like, having Squadron 42, or correction, Squadron 42, like, having Squadron 42 in development is a distraction for what we all want, which is a persistent universe. But if we didn't even have what we have now for the persistent universe, CIG probably wouldn't have achieved the level of funding that they have now. And I know people feel like, they're just trickling out updates and things like that. It's going to be, it keeps getting added. We keep getting shit. As I said, from when we got 3.0 to what we got now, it's like night and fucking day. When we got the baby PU compared to now, it's like fucking night and day. Imagine how much Squadron 42 is going to fund Star Citizen once it releases. the amount of crossover that will happen because of it.
Yeah. Think about like we spoke about this in another stream too about Star Citizen's mainstream outreach. Like, if that does happen, a lot of it is going to be attributed to Squadron 42 because of the mainstream cast that it has. You know, you got your fucking Gary Oldman, your Mark Hamills, your fucking Henry Cavills, and fucking shit like that. You know, so I really like I think personally that Star Citizen is going to break out in the mainstream. Like maybe not to the degree like a Grand Theft Auto or a Call of Duty, but it's going to be, I imagine it's going to be in the conversation. You know, because like, for instance, like this game, it's not for everyone. You know, like no one's going to want to sit here and play this game for, you know, like not everyone is going to want to sit here and play this game for hours and like have it be their main game. Like I'm not expecting it to have that level of staying power or longevity in the mainstream as like, for instance, a fucking like the Call of Duty franchises and whatever. But I do think it has the potential to branch out and actually make an impact, and one in which that's significant, where people look at it and be like, wow, this is actually really fucking impressive.
And the thing is that once they bring people into Squadron 42, they can then bring them across to Star Citizen. And Star Citizen won't be finished then. They'll have, I'd imagine that it'll be like close to fucking, hitting alpha within an MVP type scope, which means that some of the things that they've said, yeah, we're going to add this, it's like that doesn't fit within the MVP, but we still intend on adding it. Now, MVP means minimal viable product. There's probably things that they're going to fall out of that scope that people are going to be upset by.
Yeah, like Squadron 42 is 100% going to be finished before Star Citizen, and fucking marketing and Chris Roberts is going to push Squadron 42 to the moon to drive more attention, community, and funding to Star Citizen, so it can then be. It then has all the money, the power, the resources, the player base to fucking send it to where it's intended to be. So that's my prediction there.
Like, it's only a matter of time before we get Squadron 42.
Months away, you think, Agens?
No. If you asked me like a couple of years ago, I would have been like, yeah, bloody 2022. In fact, I'm pretty sure in 2016 I was like, oh, I won't go past 2020. Like, I've fucking been optimistic like that too. Here we are in 2022 and still no Squadron 42. But
you an optimist?
No.
That's rich.
Server meshing or anything like that. But it's still coming. We've still had progress. Just glacial. And it sucks. But, deal with it. What else are you going to do? You can sit there and, scream and cry and kick and, say they're lying to us and, they're not delivering and they're just fucking fleecing people for money. It's not going to change anything. You'll convince a smaller group of people of the same thing. Then what? You all stop fucking backing. You all stop, following the project. Try and convince other people of the same thing. People are going to make up their own minds on it. And, it's for myself, like, I've been following the development since bloody 2013, essentially. Playing the fucking different iterations of, Star Citizen, the hangar module, fucking Arena Commander. I didn't have by the time I backed, I didn't have my package didn't come with alpha access, so I had to buy the fucking Arena Commander pass. As soon as I could buy that, I was straight into Arena Commander and playing that.
days of the Mongrel 1. And you had no fucking hair on your face?
Yes. A shitty camera, a shitty green screen, shitty computer.
Yeah, Valium. Mongrel 1. Agens doesn't call himself that anymore, but he is still Mongrel 1. I don't care.
I already said there's a ditch like out the back, like that has water running through it every now and again. I can just go for a walk down that with my phone. Hold it up.
No, Agens, you know what? That's how you make the declaration for 318.
Yeah. All right, how long have we been going for? We're hitting on 3 hours. Let's look at this. I came before Avenger 1.
That's true. That is true. That was back in 2014. I think. Christ, I don't even know if Avenger 1 was born yet.
We only had Arena Commander then. All right, let's look at finishing up this stream. The Grumpy Oak video, it's like, it just reaffirmed my bloody desire to not watch his videos anymore. I may actually put a fucking...
And for you fucking mongrels that voted for it, I am ashamed.
Yeah, because they wanted to see his shit on it. No, there's a term for the methods that he's using to engage his audience with how he presents his points of view so that he doesn't come across as wrong.
Hate mongering.
No. Can't think of it at the moment. Something fallacy. Essentially, he's pointing out things that are, technically true if you look at it from a specific point of view. But when you have a deeper understanding of what is actually going on, you realize that he's full of shit. There you go. The sunk cost fallacy. And it's really hard to prove those points wrong because it's like, well, based on what, we're presented, yes. And if you interpret the information this way, yes, you are right. No, it is, because he's presented points that are not factual. He's taken things out of context. He's gone, oh, they've said this, so it must mean this. When it doesn't mean that at all.
What do you think it is, Anta? Huh? You gonna spill the beans?
Because technically what he's saying is right, but you could apply some of that, you could apply the majority of that logic to any other company that is saying the exact same things. It's not wrong to, it's okay to criticize, but you've also got to take into account that there's more to it than what people understand.
More to it than meets the eye.
A red herring is a complete misdirection. And yeah, he assumes that he's right because his points technically cannot be proven wrong, but that's because you require insider knowledge.
You assume that you're right, Agens.
I assume that I can be proven wrong.
I tried. The hate watchers watching, I tried. Being devil's
advocate. Like their marketing team, like some of the stuff that they put across in their marketing team, I don't agree with either. Especially with how they present, ships, the videos that they present for the patches look really cool, aren't representative of what we get in the game. Like, it's like, yeah, fucking, you've got mining, and they make it look cool, and then you go and do it, and it's like, it doesn't look anything, it doesn't feel like that.
That's what good cinematography does. Yeah. We make shit look cooler than it actually is. I can tell you, a good fucking cinematographer will make a pile of shit look like a pile of roses. I'm gonna tell you something. It's great.
Like, yeah, the thing is that the developers aren't working on the fucking marketing shit. The closest that you'll have developers working on marketing stuff are the web designers. And even then, they just get told what to put in there. So, like, how can we make this, you know, how can we make this more appealing to the audience so that they want to buy it more? And then the developers will go, well, we can, you know, use these cool, you know, components, methods of presentation and things like that. And they'll be like, yeah, and then throw in all this stuff.
Nolet says, can we just appreciate the thumbnail Dobbs did for the boarding video? I don't know, Agents, can we?
No. It was terrible. Worst thumbnail ever.
I'd like to see the thumbnails that you make for the ones that you edit.
I put like 5 seconds of effort in. I didn't say mine were better.
If you want free wallpapers, hit me up. I got you.
At the end of the day, people are going to have to make their own decisions on what they want to spend on Star Citizen and what they're going to, you know, like back. Like, that's just the way it is.
You know what I say, Agents? I always remain cautiously optimistic. I think that is the most balanced viewpoint to have on a game like this. So I am always willing and ready to accept that things don't go the way that I'm anticipating. But in order for me to, you know, keep playing, to stay motivated, to keep having fun, I remain optimistic.
Well, we get 3.18 next patch, right? 3.18's coming next patch. Whether it comes out at the end of the year, to be honest, I reckon it'll go to Wave 1 PTU by the end of the year. Might not.
Agent,
I'm thinking that it will.
Would you agree? Would you agree? 3.18 best patch ever.
It'll be the best patch that we've had for the year that it comes out in.
So you're saying there's been a better patch than 3.18 overall?
I don't know how it's going to perform when it goes live. Based on what I've seen, it'll be really good for us.
Great, actually.
Like, server meshing is what I want.
Here. Yeah,
I want server meshing,
but we just have to deal with what we have right now, and what we have and what we're getting is fucking awesome. Net positive overall. And I know you have your complaints. We've talked about them. I understand it. At the same time, I think it's inevitable before we, you know, get exactly what we want and everything that we want. But right now, I think it's great. I am happy to settle with this. What do you think, Agents?
It's better than what we've got now.
That's right. Count your blessings, Agents.
Anyway, I think we're going to call it there on the stream. I said that like 8 minutes ago, but I want to move towards finishing this off. Thank you very much for coming along to this stream. I say this morning for me, today for you. Really appreciate everybody showing up. Thank you very much to those who did the super chats to compensate for the fucking copyright strikes that we're probably going to get on the stream. Not 100% sure if the stream is going to be the same time next week. More than likely it will be. So keep an eye out on your notifications for when the stream is going to get announced. Just to let you all know, I've got all the guests lined up for the Mongrel Court, which will be run on the 17th. Yes. So the 17th of December. It'll be the 17th at 3 p.m. UTC. So that's not this Saturday, it's the following Saturday. It'll be with some industrialists talking about 318 and how they feel it's going to impact their gameplay.
Exciting.
Yes. And,
aren't you excited, Agens?
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting discussion. I will announce the guests next week once I've got absolute confirmation that they are actually going to be able to make it. Blake, we didn't drop the ball. We're just busy. I'm actually working on a video though, so it's definitely coming out. I was actually hoping to have it ready to go after this stream, but real life work got in the way. Can't help that. Bills don't pay themselves. Anyway, thank you all very much for coming along for the stream, and I'll catch you all next week.
Thank you, and goodbye.